It is time for the Drew Yari Show. Drew Yari.
Hello.
Hello. What's up?
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I hear you fine.
What's up, man?
Living. That's all I can really say.
Are you good? Everything all right, man?
Just life hits you sometimes. That's all I can really say.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, whatever's happening, man, I'm sorry. Just, if you need anything, I'm here. Just text me.
Yeah, appreciate it.
But, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of doing the same, living. Got my tax return. That came and went.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, needed it for adulting kind of things, like bills and things we need for the house and groceries, boring stuff.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah, for sure.
So it is what it is, but can't complain. I'm content. I'll just put it like that. Life is as good as it's better than it should be. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Financially, maybe it could be better, but for the most part, I can't complain. I'm happy. Really tired. I've been up since 3:30, watching the show in question that we're going to discuss.
Oh, you didn't take a nap after?
Oh yeah. I took a nap because I watched the show, and then I did a Patreon with RJ, and then afterwards I knocked out, and I woke up until like maybe 4 or 5. So
wait, what? You woke up at what time? 4 or 5 p.m.?
No. So originally, I woke up at 3:30 in the morning so I can get ready and watch the show.
Okay.
And then after the show was done, me and RJ recorded a Patreon where we were just talking about like news and like movies and stuff. And as soon as the recording ended, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna knock out right now, because like while we were recording, I felt like I was kind of rushing through things because I was just so out of it. And
okay.
And then I went to sleep and I woke up around 4 or 5 p.m.
That's why I said you woke up at 4 or 5 p.m.
All right. Yeah. I don't know. It sounded like you were like, wait, you woke up at 4 and you watched the show? I'm like, no, I woke up.
No.
Yeah, no, I get you. But hey, people, if you're here, be a fat fuck. Yeah, exactly, goof. Why not? If anyone's here, or I mean, there are people here, but if you're here, you already know what's going on. If you don't, this is a double review, double Q&A.
It's a Q&A, and that we do for our monthly. Then we're also going to be reviewing Elimination Chamber that happened earlier this morning.
Yes, sir. Do you want to get the review out of the way first and then do Q&A?
Oh, it's up to you, man. Maybe we should let the audience decide, right?
Yes, sir. What do you guys think? What say you? Q&A first or review first, or vice versa? Review first says goof. Who else wants to chime in? Review first or Q&A first? Kyle says Q&A. Maurice says review.
Review.
Don Reynolds says Q and A.
Q. That sounds like A and W.
Q&A.
Let's just do the review first, because there's nothing much to talk about anyway. So
right. So guys, we're just gonna knock out the review because it's not really gonna take us that long. It's maybe gonna take us 20 minutes at best. So we're gonna get the Elimination Chamber Q&A. Elimination Chamber Perth review out of the way, and then we'll get to Q&A because we have a lot of questions. So Elimination Chamber Perth happened at 4 in the morning Central Time, 5 in the morning East, in Australia, in Perth, Western Australia, at the Optus Stadium, which is a relatively new stadium. Attendance was 52,590, so that's pretty impressive. Right. There was a pre-show match which had the Kabuki Warriors Asuka and Kairi Sane defending their women's tag team championships against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, who's an Australian native. What do you think about the match?
I mean, I thought, the crowd was hot for it, obviously, because Indy is the hometown girl. As far as the match itself, I mean, I thought it was fine. I mean, I didn't think there was anything bad about the match or anything like that. But, I thought it was a solid opener, and the right team won because you're not going to beat the Kabuki Warriors before WrestleMania. Yeah,
it was okay. It was a serviceable match. It did what it needed to do. I mean, again, it was mainly just for Indy, which she got a nice reaction. So good for her. I like Indy as a person. Her as a wrestler is different, but I thought she did a fine job in front of her home crowd. But like you said, there's no chance in hell that they were beating the Kabuki Warriors at all. So the right team won, like you said. All right, so first match on the card was the Women's Elimination Chamber match to determine the number one contender for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania XL, or 40. You had Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Naomi, Raquel Rodriguez, and Tiffany Stratton. As predicted, Becky won. Just one note, Tiffany Stratton looked like a star in that match. I mean, the Australian fans were even chanting Tiffy time, which is just like, this is a girl that just came on the main roster from NXT, and she's already getting chants. So she looked like $1 million out there.
I mean, you gotta figure that the Australian audience, the international audience, is more of the hardcore audience that went. So,
right.
I mean, I wasn't really surprised by that, but I guess you could say the level of reaction, but if this was like 10 years ago, right? And let's say, because Tiffany Stratton is a heel, right? She's a heel going, coming up to the main roster. Vince McMahon would have hated that. He would be like, oh, this, that, and the other. It's Bizarro World. That's the reason why I think that, WWE never really did any international pay-per-views previously, because they, especially like during the John Cena run from like 2008 to 2000 fucking, 14, 15, when when it was like peak Cena. Vince McMahon wanted Cena to get positive reactions. And if they would have went to international crowds, it would have been a lot of booing of like John Cena and turning of the heel no matter what. So the point I'm trying to make is that this particular regime of Triple H, Paul Levesque, and Nick Khan, they don't care who you cheer for. All they care about is the money, as opposed to back in the day. Yes, Vince, loves money. Obviously, we know that he loves money, but he also cared, more about, pushing that babyface and, making sure that babyface gets cheered and controlling that narrative. So I wasn't really surprised about Tiffany getting, those cheers.
I was just saying I was surprised, and like you just said, it's the international crowd, so they're more of the hardcore fan base. It was pleasantly surprising. I'll put it like that, to see Tiffany get that reaction for somebody who was in NXT, get any of that kind of reaction that just literally came to the main roster not too long ago. So I was happy. Like I said, she looked like $1 million. I thought she looked better than Becky. She looked better than most girls. Bianca looked great as usual. Naomi, I felt, didn't really do as much as I wanted her to do.
I mean, she was first eliminated. I mean,
right.
She wasn't in there. She wasn't even in there like when everyone got released. So
yeah. And then Raquel, again, poor girl. Coming out with no makeup because of her skin condition, and again, I feel for her because I generally do like Raquel. I think she's someone that, not right now, but in the future, she's going to be. In my opinion, I think she can be on par with Rhea and Bianca. Just my opinion. She just needs something. And then, them still continuing to try and push Liv as a badass, which I'm like, again, I don't hate Liv. I've always said Liv has shown massive improvement. Them trying to push her as a badass, I don't get it. When she pinned Tiffany, like, the whole crowd started booing her. I thought that was kind of funny. But, yeah, the match was fine. I didn't like the last 2 minutes. Like, they were just really rushed, especially that last sequence of Liv schoolboying Bianca, and then Becky doing the manhandle slam to Liv and getting the win. I'm like, probably could have planned that better, but just my opinion. But overall, what'd you think about the match?
I thought it was better. I thought it was better than the men's elimination chamber.
Continue.
I mean, this was my opinion. I mean, I thought it was better than the men's elimination chamber. I mean, but at the end of the day, like, does it really fucking matter how the match went? Does it really matter at the end of the day? Becky won. We knew that was going to happen. We're moving on to Mania.
No, I know. Just with Becky, yeah, they pretty much put it in our face that it was going to be Becky and Rhea. It's going to be a good match regardless. It's just Becky just. I'm sorry. I got to be that guy. Becky just looks tiny. Like I don't know. Maybe she's on a diet or something happened to her, but it's just she's been looking that way for about a year now. Ever since last year's WrestleMania, there's nothing different about her. When she came back, when she had the baby, she looked tinier than she did from before. Right, and again, I'm not gonna be the guy that tells like another woman what to do with her body. I'm not gonna be that kind of pig, but it's just like Becky, just like eat something, like gross, get some muscle, because once upon a time she had muscle.
Well, I mean, you gotta think about it this way too, man. Like, we don't know what she's going through in appearance and everything. I'm not gonna sit here and judge on a woman's appearance and suggest what she should or should not do, because we don't know. That's kind of like with Roman Reigns, right? The man has leukemia or had leukemia or wherever the case may be. You know what I mean? So. You never know what's going on with somebody, right? I'm not gonna speculate, or
I'm not either. No,
or even entertain that, because that's not cool.
I know, and again, it's one of those things I hate to think about because, like you said, I'm not gonna speculate. So, but yeah, we're on the road to WrestleMania, like you said. Next is you had the Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Damian, along with Dom, defending the the Undisputed Tag Team Championships against the Czech Republic, the Catch Republic, Pete Dunne and Republic. Jesus Christ, the Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. This sounds weird saying it because the show started at 4 a.m. This is when I started kind of zoning out a little bit. Not because the match itself was bad. I actually do like Tyler Bate. I've turned the corner on Pete Dunne as of late. I think they make a good tag team. I think, them on their own, they don't work well. Especially, let me rephrase that. Them on their own, I think isn't going to sell. But them together as a team, I think sells. They work better as a team, in my opinion. But to me, this seemed like a Monday Night Raw match. Like, I don't think anyone really thought that the Catch Republic had a chance of winning. I just think, again, Judgment Day needed to be on the show, and they needed more, like, European wrestlers on the show. So, but Judgment Day got the win. There was something that I just found out. So there was a point in the match where Dom is getting, quote-unquote, thrown out of the match, and the screen just goes to black. I don't know if anyone else had that problem. It was revealed is because, like, there were people in the front row that were flipping off Dom. And Peacock decided to block it out, so that's why the screen.
Yeah, it was quite obvious what was going on. Anytime when they, even during the point of the show, like when they, when it went all silent, they were like cussing at. I forgot who it was. It was either at Dom or it was like during. I know it was during one of the. It was during the Miz Elimination Chamber when they cut the sound off. So. Yeah, I mean, not a big deal. I mean, Peacock, they want to run their business how they want to run it. I mean, it didn't bother me, so.
Yeah, like, I can tell, like, there are a lot of, like, random chants in the crowd, and I don't know if maybe Peacock was like, we don't know what that means, so we have to block it out just to be safe. I mean, when you go overseas, they're always going to have random chants. So, or maybe, like, someone filled them in. Maybe Rhea or somebody filled them in. It's like, yeah, this is what this means. But, yeah, again, okay match. The outcome was we all thought it would be. But yeah, again, this is just a road to WrestleMania, like you said. But overall, what did you think about the match?
I thought it was a very fun match. I love Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate together. I can, if they end up splitting the titles, then there'll be a contender to win tag team championship down the road. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a fun match. Great for the crowd there. Obviously, Tyler Bate, anytime when he does like the airplay spin spot, that always gets a big pop. So, close near falls. Even though you know that Tyler Bate and Pito wasn't going to win, but I thought it was a very good pay-per-view match, and it could have been a very good main event for SmackDown as well. So either or, I thought it was good both ways.
Right. And a lot of commercials on the show. They really had to stretch out time because there are only 4 matches and 1 segment. So yeah. After this, you had the Grayson Waller effect with Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, and Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, which to me was the weakest point of the night or day, however you want to put it. Seth mainly did all the talking. Cody's sole purpose for being there was just for him to say, "I want The Rock." That's literally all he really did. I didn't really get why Austin Theory was there. And he ended up taking the beating from Cody. And
I could tell you. I can immediately tell you. I think they're probably going to end up turning Grayson Waller babyface. It's a possibility.
Really?
It may be Austin Theory versus Grayson Waller at WrestleMania, or at least going towards WrestleMania.
But why Grayson Waller? Grayson Waller works better as a heel, though.
I agree. I'm not saying I agree with that. I'm telling you what's probably going to happen.
Oh, he has too much of a punchable face to be a face. In my opinion.
I mean, if you look at it from the casual, the casual fan's eyes, who was more, obviously because Grayson Waller was in Australia, but remember when Austin Theory took the microphone out of Grayson Waller's hands?
Yeah.
And the look that he made.
I don't know. I would think
the way.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's gonna be a few down the line with them, and they probably are gonna make great. Like I said, I don't agree with it. I'm just telling you what I think WWE may end up doing. I'd much rather it be Austin Theory babyface and Grayson Waller heel, and they still may do that. But just as of right now, that could be a possibility on what they may end up doing.
I mean, I would think it'd be great. Theory, especially after what happened over the weekend, with that reporter who called wrestling fake, and then Theory was like, "I'll slap the shit out of you right now." So I don't know, just Grayson Waller's a face. Like that seems like something from the old regime, in my opinion. But yeah, this segment was kind of weak. Not by kind of, I mean it was. It just they needed Cody on the show somehow. They needed Seth on the show somehow. I kind of. In my opinion, assumed like they were going to find a way to maybe get Roman on the show or The Rock, but didn't happen. But
yeah, I wish, but yeah, right, pal.
Yeah, right. I mean, this is kind of a whack segment, but any thoughts on it?
No, not really. I mean, it accomplished what they needed to accomplish. I mean, I was fine with the segment. I mean, I didn't fully dislike it. I thought it was all right, but. Minus the shoeies, which is fucking disgusting. Minus the shoey shit, I thought it was okay.
All right. Next is the men's elimination chamber match to determine the number 1 contender for Seth Rollins' World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 40. You had Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, Kevin Owens, LA Knight, Logan Paul, and Randy Orton. This is my favorite match of the night. I really did like this match. A lot of heavyweights in this match. A lot of star power. And just Logan Paul being a dick heel, drawing on the chamber pod, putting Kevin Owens sucks. Kevin Owens just beating the ever-living dog shit out of Logan Paul as soon as he got his hands on him. Bobby Lashley just murking everyone before he got eliminated, which I called on a Wednesday show that I thought Bobby was going to be the first one to get eliminated. And our good friend Monty wasn't too fond of that, and he was like, "You jinxed us, you fuck." I'm like, "I'm sorry, man." Everybody legit looked like they were hurt, or they just did a good job at making it look like they were hurt. Randy. I don't know if anyone has news on it. Did Randy actually hurt his back, or was that just selling? I don't know
I
if
have no
anyone,
idea.
but yeah, he made it look like he was really hurt, and I was worried for the guy. I'm like, dude just came back after being almost gone for 2 years, and really selling the fact that he has a bad back. LA Knight looked pretty good in the match, still over. Gets attacked by AJ Styles. AJ just beats the living dog shit out of him with a steel chair. I'm happy that this feud's continuing because I like AJ, and I also think LA Knight needs not just a good feud, but he needs a good match out of somebody. And I think AJ is that guy to give him that good match that, you know, people can remember, especially at Mania, which I'm assuming is going to be at Mania.
Right.
So, I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Drew. It was down to Drew and Logan and Randy, and the whole time Randy's, you know, selling the fact that he can't get up because he has a bad back. Logan gets in with the brass knucks as he's putting him on and flexing. Orton just pops out of nowhere and RKO's him, which I thought was fucking hilarious. I was like, that's awesome. That's the funniest RKO.
Great camera work.
Right, good shit. And Drew keeps trying to go for a Claymore. Randy can't get up to take the Claymore. And then Orton, with all his strength, goes for an RKO. And I thought Logan was already out of the match. There was a second I saw from a certain camera angle. I saw Logan was still in it. I'm like, oh, he's gonna get involved. He's gonna fuck over Randy. And sure enough, he fucks over Randy by punching him in the face with the brass knucks. Drew gets the win. Again, I enjoyed this. I know you said you weren't crazy about it, but I enjoyed it.
I did not say I wasn't crazy about it. I just said that I like the women's better.
Okay, all right. Sorry about that. I think this did a good job at setting up potential Mania matches.
Yeah.
You know, it sets up LA Knight and AJ at Mania. It sets up Orton and Logan, which I wasn't even thinking about that match. Orton was someone I was kind of worried about. I'm like, they just brought back Orton, and what are they going to do with him? Like, you can't not have Orton on the card, and we're going to possibly get Orton and Logan. Just
maybe a triple threat if you had a KO, possibly.
Yeah, but you think Orton really cares about being the United States champion, though?
No, he's not going to win it.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't. Has he been? He's been United States champion before, right?
Yeah, at WrestleMania, whatever year, like a while back. But yeah, he's been.
Yeah. So yeah, he's going to put over Logan. There's no reason to beat Logan.
Right. Exactly. And forgot what else I was saying. But yeah, just again, I thought Bobby looked great. Bob, you know, at this stage in his career, Bobby's, you know, winding down, but he's probably doing some of the best work of his career, like in ring wise, and the guy just doesn't age. You know, black don't crack, like you always say, man. But
yep.
Overall, what'd you think about the match?
That was good. It was a good elimination chamber match. I thought everyone here looked good. Logan Paul being a dick, which he specializes in, like writing stuff and devil horns on the on the pod glass and all that stuff, and setting up possibly him and Randy, and maybe even adding in there Kevin Owens too, possibly at WrestleMania. So yeah, matches are starting to form here. So Drew McIntyre obviously had to be the one to win, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but he was the only Raw guy in the elimination chair for the Raw for the Raw Heavyweight Championship. So, well, then obviously he was going to win, but yeah. But outside of that, though, I thought that was a fine elimination chamber. Nothing I'm going to remember, by the end of the year, but I still thought it was a fine match.
Right. Yeah, I mean, with Punk getting hurt, it obviously ruined plans, so you needed to give it to the guy who was the hottest, and Drew's the hot guy now. Like, he's got the shirt, he's getting over as a heel, and you need to strike while the iron's hot, because we never know, like next week, next month, this whole Drew thing could maybe get stale, but I mean, he's making sure it doesn't get stale. So, like on Friday, whenever Bobby Lashley, when Karrion Kross fucked up his arm, like, Drew came in and said, "I'll pray for you." I just thought that was great. But yeah, great elimination chamber match in my opinion. So the main event, as we all kind of expected, was for the Women's World Championship. You had Rhea, the hometown girl, versus Nia Jax, who I actually found out she was born in Australia too. So it's the first time you see two Australian-born wrestlers main eventing a pay-per-view. Again, just Rhea, the hometown girl, getting that big reaction. I don't know if it maybe this is just how the way it came out on my television. Wasn't as loud as, like, say, Bad Bunny, but then again, Bad Bunny's like a global superstar compared to Rhea Ripley.
Well, you gotta think about it like this. One, it was in Puerto Rico in a more confined, tight arena, that has a roof on it versus in a big open stadium that has open air. Is not going to sound as loud on TV.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not crazy about open roof stadiums. Like you said, I like it better when they have like a roof over the place, so the fans' reaction sounds better. But either way, Rhea came out, as the hometown hero, as pretty much like a godlike reaction. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little choked up seeing her happy and seeing her getting choked up because you can tell she wanted to cry. But she didn't. She held it in, and her family's in the front row cheering for her, and she looked great. The match itself, I thought it was fine. I thought it was a good match. This is probably the best I've seen Nia Jax in a while. She had a really good match, and again, I know you're not nuts about her. I'm not nuts about her either personally, like as a person, but I think since coming back,
what'd she do to you as a person?
I mean, not to me personally, but again, we don't need to go through it, like hurting women in the past and just being an asshole. But that's neither here nor there. But just like she's obviously cleaned up her act and she's slimmed down and she's gotten much better in the ring, in my opinion. And she went out there and had a really good match with Rhea. Rhea kind of struggling to lift her up and do the riptide again. That was expected. If it was like Bianca, I think Bianca might have an easier time to do, but then again, Bianca's like a deadlifter and was it like a what do you call it? Help me out. What do you call it? People who lift weights.
Powerlifter.
There you go.
Yeah,
I mean, she deadlifted Otis on that one episode of Raw. So with Rhea's more of a I guess just a very tall, muscular girl. But nonetheless, I thought the match was good. Probably could have been a little better, but it was good. It main evented because she's the star and she's on the poster of the fucking pay-per-view. And I also think WWE realized we should have had Bad Bunny main event Puerto Rico instead of Cody and Brock. So they went with the right choice. So either way, what you think about the match?
Thought it was fine. Thought it was a good match. I thought both women did very well. Nia Jax looked good. Probably one of her best matches that she's probably ever had in WWE. So, Rhea is obviously the main star attraction. She played babyface here in the match. Catching the heat from Nia Jax. Nia Jax, played the heel great here in this match, and ended up with the baby face, the de facto baby face, I should say, getting the win. So,
nice. Overall letter grade, number, whatever. How would you rate this show?
7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
I might give it maybe like a 7.5 out of 10, maybe bordering a B minus. I did enjoy it. Overall, I think it's a show that had good matches, but you probably could have slept in and watched the replay. I thought the men's elimination chamber match was really good. I did enjoy the women's. I'm not saying I disliked the women's. That was really enjoyable as well. That was really fun. Tiffany looking like a star. The tag match I thought was good, but not great. And what was another match I'm forgetting? I'm blank. Oh yeah, the main event. That was a good match too, and just the The Grayson Waller segment I didn't care for. But yeah, just overall, I would say kind of like you. I'm going to give it like a 7.5 out of 10. So that's the review, people. So let's move on to the main event. Like in wrestling, we're going to go to the Q&A show. The Q&A of for the month of February. Episode number 24, actually. So we got quite a few questions, as we usually do, and we're going to go through it, and we're going to have fun. So, are you ready, Justin?
Yep.
All right. Maurice Bear has the first batch of questions. What show or movie you had no interest to watch, then decided to watch, then like only to remember why you didn't like the show in the first place? So, like, I guess in other words, what's a movie or a show that you had no interest in originally, and then you watched it, and then you realized, yeah, this is why I didn't want to watch it?
Frasier. That show sucks.
Frasier. Let's see. I guess for TV shows, I would say Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Like, and I'll explain why. Like, the show's been spoiled for me. Like, I've seen everyone post about every death, every anything on the show. I don't know, just that. I guess that genre of show, like, you know, medieval times and all that kind of shit, just doesn't appeal to me. So when I tried watching,
like Game of Thrones and like The Hobbit and fucking things like that.
Yeah, it doesn't work for me. I mean, the first Lord of the Rings was okay, but you know, the wife loves that shit. She loves not Game of Thrones, but she loves Lord of the Rings. Surprisingly, she's not a Hobbit fan. Yeah, she does love Lord of the Rings.
That's weird, because like, isn't The Hobbit like the prequel to Lord of the Rings?
It is, but like she just said, I don't know, just it didn't work for her. Like the first one didn't really like work for her too much. But yeah, Game of Thrones for me. And if I had to think of movies, I would say Avatar probably. So.
I will say Avatar. I didn't get it first, and I watched it and I appreciated, but like at the same time, I still didn't. I was like, like it's still not for me, but like there were some things I did like about it, if that makes sense. So I didn't like fully like, oh yeah, this shit fucking sucks.
No. I don't think the movie sucks. And that's another movie the wife likes. That's actually one of her favorite movies.
Avatar. Yeah.
I'll say it's a very well made movie, but just it doesn't appeal to me. Like I just look at it, I'm like, it's just okay. You know, kind of like the movie Dune, where I'm like, well made, looks great, good actors, but it doesn't. It's not for me. It's just.
They say Doom. I was like, with the rocket.
Oh, Doom sucked. No, Doom with an N.
Yeah.
It was just okay to me.
Yeah,
but,
I gotcha.
Question 2: how exciting was it to see Eddie Guerrero win the WWE Championship? I was happy. Because I mean, I always liked Eddie. I was an Eddie fan, watching him in WCW and seeing him win. I mean, it was emotional because, you know, we all knew Eddie's story and went through a lot, got fired, and then came back, and you know, pretty much almost lost his whole life, his family and his respect and his career, and then he came back and became, you know, at the top of his game. So I was happy. I was happy for Eddie. I still am.
I thought it was cool. I won't say I was a huge Eddie Guerrero fan, but I was an Eddie Guerrero fan. I don't like to have any type of, I want to say, fake fanhood towards something. Kind of like when he passed away, and like WWE's like, oh, he's like top 5 WWE, you know, superstar of all time, which is no. I mean, like,
yeah.
No. I was like, I get he passed away, and it's like, it's sad, but like top 5, like, come on. Same thing, like, unfortunately, it was probably gonna be the same thing where, Bray Wyatt's top 10 of all time. No. Like the year before he passed away, like, people were shitting on him, and like, you know, all the thing sucks, this shit sucks, and but he's top 10 of all time, like, you know what I mean? Like, but I was happy to see it because, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I was a huge WCW fan, and he was one of the guys I really liked in WCW. and it was like him and Jericho and Benoit and Ray, all the cruiserweights. I really gravitated towards too. So I was happy for him, to win the WWE Championship. But I wasn't like, oh my God, I can't believe it, and being all markish about it. But yeah, I was cool with it for sure.
Number 3. What was the funniest Simpsons gag you ever seen? Also, what was the worst Simpsons gag ever? Oof. Good ones? There's a lot.
I mean, I don't know if these will classify as the funniest per se, but like, these are just like very memorable. To me, I mean, you got the robot Richard Simmons.
Bring out the robotic Richard Simmons.
Yeah, robot Richard Simmons, who needs the quickie mark. You got the Dr. Hibbers is like, I can't solve this mystery, can you? When Mr. Burns got shot. There's a lot of them. Yeah, there's a lot of them. But worst, I don't remember anything that was like very, very bad. I mean, I'll put it to you this way. I stopped watching The Simpsons since 2002, 3. Yeah. And that's probably late as hell for a lot of people too. But like anything after that, like, don't ask me anything from like 2014 because I don't fucking know.
Nah, me either. I'm a fan of the old school. Like, I'll go back and watch the older episodes of The Simpsons. Anything before, like a little bit before or after the movie is when it dipped in quality. For me, pretty much all the earlier, like, Treehouse of Horror episodes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think of some of them. Why am I blanking?
When Homer was like they're doing like The Shining.
Oh yeah. Here's Johnny. Dope. David Letterman. Hi, David. Yeah. I'm Grandpa. Dope. I'm so and so. I'm so and so. This is all for 60 minutes.
60 minutes. Oh yeah.
Or the episode of like Nightmare on Elm Street, but it's with Willie, the groundskeeper. Willie.
Yeah.
I like to look at the lunch menus in advance. I don't like the idea of Millhouse having 2 spaghetti dinners in one day.
Another one from Treehouse Horror is when Homer was like in the time machine or whatnot, and he finally like gets to his family like, oh, you're all rich, and you know what I mean, they're like in a castle, and he's all like, Marge, pass me a donut. What's a donut? And he just starts screaming, and it starts raining donuts, and Marge's like, oh, it's raining again. If he would have stayed for an extra 10 seconds, he would have been in a perfect situation.
Or just, I don't know, to me, an all-time classic, Sexy Flanders. It looks like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Yeah. Stupid Sexy Flanders.
Yeah.
Oh, man. There's a lot. There's too many to just narrow it down to like a few. And as far as like bad ones, just anything from the newer shit. Because I tried watching newer episodes, and I'm like, this sucks. Like, this sucks. Why is this show so on? Like, please put it out of its misery. Number 4. Have you ever seen clips of vintage theme park attractions that predict modern day living today, like exploration in the moon to live and such?
No, I haven't seen anything like that. No.
I mean, I've seen The Simpsons predict shit, so we're going back to The Simpsons. So The Simpsons, I think, predicts more shit. Theme parks, I don't think so. Number 5, would you say TNA in 2014 a downward turning point for the company? Or was a downward turning point for the company?
I'll say previous to that, I'll say, well, whenever, it may have been 2014, but whenever Aces and Eights, like, basically locked down here in San Antonio. I think that's lockdown 2013. I think. When Bully Ray was the leader of Aces and Eights and all that stuff, that was that was pretty much the end of, the TNA that we all knew. So
during that stretch of like TNA from like I would say 07 to 09, in my opinion, I think that was enjoyable. Like I would generally watch it every Thursday, and I wouldn't miss an episode. And then as soon as Bischoff and Hogan came in and just sunk their teeth into it, and like you said, the Aces and Eights shit, the Main Event Mafia, I think was like the last good thing that they did. To me,
I know people don't like it, but I always love that 10-10-10 storyline. When Jeff Hardy first turned heel, that was, I loved it.
I mean, it was big because it was unexpected. Because you were expecting, maybe Kurt Angle, you're expecting Mr. Kennedy, or Ken Anderson to turn heel, but it being Jeff, and again, I like the theme. I like the Another Me. That's one of my favorite wrestling themes. Like, I'll still turn it on. It still slaps, in my opinion. But yeah, when it happened, it was big. But then afterwards, it's like, yeah, people want to cheer Jeff. No one wants to boo Jeff Hardy. So it didn't work out well. And then Victory Road, and yeah.
Oh yeah. That was probably the start of the downhill right there. Victory Road 2011. Mm-hmm. That was really bad.
Last question for Maurice. I'm assuming maybe he has another one later on, but as far as now, this is the last one. Is radio dramas and plays a lost art media that would need a comeback? I would say so.
So there's things that I listen to like at night. So I have YouTube on, and basically like when I go to sleep, I'll have like a video on or whatnot. But sometimes I have like these classic like radio mystery or radio horrors from like the 50s and the 40s that they'll have on there. So I'll listen to that. Is it a lost art that would need to come back? No, because I think it's just a product of its time, and you can listen to those old radio dramas, like the old sci-fi ones, the horror ones, the mystery ones. You can listen to those, on YouTube right now, and it's in HD, it's quality, it's great. So, actually, because I'm subscribed to a couple of them. I found one right here that I'll put in the chat here, but they got one right now that's being live. It says a CBS Radio Mystery Theater. It says whispers haunt the dark mix. And it says old time radio shows all night long. So this is the type of shit I like, and yeah, it's fun. But yeah,
nice. Thank you, Maurice. Now we're on to CM Goof. I'm going to skip that first question because I'm not answering any more questions like that. Right. So this is the first question. Should all world conflicts and elections be solved American Gladiator style, or by having to climb the aggro crag from Nickelodeon's guts?
Dude, just do it American Gladiator style. Just do like the assault. The Eliminator, like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, man, yeah. Have Mike Adamle and fucking Larry Zonka back on commentary for it. I'm game.
Shit, should have been doing that for the longest time. Number 3. Do you think Maurice?
Are you gonna answer the question?
I already did. I said I agree.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. Sorry.
I mean, if you have a problem, let's solve it. Either get in the ring, or again, just beat the fuck out of each other. Those are all these conflicts, political conflicts, or anything should be solved. I'm game with that.
There you go.
Number 3. Do you think Maurice knows Yogi and Boo Boo? I don't know, Maurice. Do you? Do you know Yogi Bear and Boo Boo? He does. He's confirming. So there you go. Is Anna actually Baby Bear all grown up, or is that Maurice? What if they're secretly related and they don't know it? I mean, that's a question you need to ask them.
Yeah, for sure.
Maurice is saying maybe, so I don't know. There you go. Number 5. Should scientists research whether or not you can win friends with salad, or is Bart Simpson right about you don't win friends with salad?
I'm gonna say Bart's correct.
Right. You don't win. You can't win me over with a salad. Like, I don't have a problem with salad. Salad's good for after a big meal. to kind of like slim down a little bit and maybe kind of bring all that big food down. But it's like, you want to win me over, like win me over with a steak, win me over with a cheeseburger, tacos, not salad. Come on. Number 6, Taco Bell. What is it good for besides blowing up your toilet or satisfying the hunger of really drunk people at 2:46 in the morning on a random Wednesday?
Wow. Yeah, Taco Bell's not good at all.
Yeah, like we live in Texas, so if we want like Mexican food, we go to actual Mexican restaurants.
I will never ever eat out of Taco Bell ever. That's like a New Yorker getting Pizza Hut. It makes no fucking sense.
Right. Or someone from Boston getting, Red Lobster. So it's just, come on.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Number 7. Are Drew's cats secretly plotting to take over the show? Yes. Cats are mental terrorists. They look sweet and cute and adorable, but they are assholes. So, that's all you need to know. How would you react if Bailey switched to trunks over long tights? Would it break the internet? I mean, yes. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, she had tights, though.
I'm talking about, like, legit tights. Like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And just that first question, Goof, I'm not answering that. Come on. I'm not answering a question about my sex life. Like, come on. But the answer is yes. Anywho, Kyle. I think Goof may have some more questions later on. Yeah, he has some more questions. We'll get to your questions, Goof. We just want to kind of go in order. But let's get to Kyle. Kyle, where are you at, Kyle? Oh, I see you. Remember during the Undertaker versus Shane McMahon WrestleMania 32 feud, there was the lockbox that Shane was going to release. What if that lockbox contained all of Vince's secrets and NDAs that have now been revealed?
That's a good theory. That's a great theory.
Hey, fuck it, why not? Maybe that was it. Shane knew some shit. No, I know you, Goof. I know everybody does it too. Everybody asks questions sporadically, but we kind of like to go in order, so we're not like all over the place. The launch of the WWE Network in February 2014 was revolutionary for the world of streaming and television. Do you think that WWE Raw moving to Netflix in 2025 will have similar impact to the television industry with the other popular shows moving off cable streaming? Also, on a note, can everyone please stop adding questions while we're doing the Q&A? Once the show starts, no more questions. So if you want to chat in the chat room, please. But yeah, what do you think about Kyle's question?
Yeah, I think it definitely does have a opportunity to make changes. WWE was the callous in 2014. They may be the callous here in 2025. If this ends up working, you never know. You may start seeing, certain, companies or certain, facets of TV shows go on certain streaming networks to be exclusively on there. So I think one thing that will help is that if there's like a huge like sitcom or TV show, that's going to be around 2025, whatever that may be, and they end up going to, I'll just make an example. Let's say this was 1993, right? I'm just going to make an example. 1993, and we had streaming back then. That's like taking Seinfeld off of NBC and putting him on Netflix or Peacock or whatever, and letting, and seeing what that does. So you never know. You never know what can happen. But I don't know. I don't know what your thoughts about that, Drew.
Kind of the same way. This is obviously very big because you have WWE on a different streaming. They're on Peacock, but now they're on Netflix, which is the biggest streaming service in America, pretty much. So as far as revolutionizing, I would say yes, but I don't know yet. I don't know how it's going to come across to the public. I know there's some people that aren't crazy about paying for Netflix because Netflix, likes to hike up prices. I'm pretty sure they're going to hike up prices, once they get WWE. Actually just got Netflix back not too long ago, just in preparation for it. So, to me, it's one of those things of like wait and see. As far as like saying revolutionize, I don't know yet because it hasn't happened. But it is a pretty big deal because we weren't expecting Netflix to get, Monday Night Raw rights. We were thinking like maybe Disney, maybe ESPN, maybe fill in the blank. Amazon Prime was another option, but again, it's a big deal, but I won't know yet until it actually happens. Let's see. Have you ever been to a hockey game? I haven't. I would love to, though.
No.
All right. Will rock music ever finally have a resurgence in popularity with new popular songs from bands? It feels like new rock hasn't been popular since the mid to late 2000s. I don't think so, and personally, I kind of prefer it that way. I don't mean to sound like, this rebel, but like when rock started to become more mainstream, I think that's when it lost its appeal. I think now that it's gone back to being more of like an underground thing, that's where it started to kind of get its appeal back to me. But, everybody just... It almost seems like a sin nowadays when you don't like rap music or you don't like pop or you don't like, dance, techno, trap music or whatever. But I don't know. What do you think?
The beginning and end of modern rock was nu metal. Even though I love nu metal pretty much for the most part. But like after that, it was like, there's nothing left. There's nothing else left for us to do. So, it may come back eventually. Everything goes in circle. Eventually, I think eventually things like pop and rap may be not as popular because, man, today's rap is just it's bad, man. It's bad. With the exception of like a few I really like J. Cole and Kendrick, but even now like they're starting to become older, and like it's like they're not really seen as there's kids out there, they're old heads, like Jesus, right? So so we'll see what happens with the whole rock thing though.
All right. Who is Bo and why does he jangle?
He's a good dancer, and he has some damn good chicken too.
There you go. What do you call?
Why do you think he was Bo? Yeah.
What do you call an energy drink made for Italian mafia members? Mobster energy. Mobster energy.
Ooh, that tickled my pickle.
It did. Kyle, you're tickling Justin's pickle. You're doing something. How common are palm trees in San Antonio and in Texas overall? Because I think that palm trees are so cool.
Palm trees are cool. They're not. Here there's not a ton of palm trees. Like the only way you'll see like palm trees is like in like. Not like certain areas, but like for like apartment complexes and stuff that try to make it a little bit more upscale per se. There'll be like some palm trees that'll be planted there, but there's like no natural palm trees here in San Antonio.
No, you have to go to like Cali or Florida for that.
Florida, yeah.
Kyle. Let's
Hawaii.
see. Hawaii. Why doesn't CM Punk do some commentary on Monday Night Raw while he's injured, like he did in 2010? Even if it's just for one night.
I think he wants to do NXT eventually.
Yeah, that was kind of the talk. I also think with Punk, maybe it would take too much focus away from the show. But I would love if Punk did commentary. When he did commentary back in 2010, I thought he was great. I like his little zingers and his little inside jokes. My favorite one was like when they were doing King of the Ring and Kofi Kingston was out there, and then Punk just goes, King Kofi Kingston. I'm not crazy about the initials though. So I thought that was kind of funny. But I think if anything he'll probably do NXT commentary, which I would love. I wouldn't mind that. Oh God. Kyle's next question. Do gay people have gaycations instead of vacations?
My God, sure.
Yeah, why not, Kyle? We never talk about acceptance, Kyle. Have you been to Mission Pro Wrestling shows? I follow their social media pages, and their shows look good. I haven't. I believe Justin has.
Yeah, they're super fun. I actually went to the last one. Thunder turned on Izzy. Izzy's gonna be living here now, which I saw coming because she trains here. She's like already gonna be graduating high school, and she's like 15 or something like that. Like super crazy. But yeah. So yeah, the shows are fun. Actually, one of Thunder Rosa's partners, he always comes by my shop. He left some flyers today, so we end up chopping it up, and I'm always talking to him about like, hey, Thunder, do you know who Thunder's wrestling tonight? He's like, he's like, she doesn't even fucking know. I'm like, all right. So yeah, but she wrestled Lady Bird tonight on Collision, which is who she wrestling at Mission Pro. So yeah, but yeah, shows are fun though, man. The shows are fun. I mean, you get to see the future. It's indie wrestling is obviously different from like mainstream WWE and AEW. So like you got to go in there with a different mindset. It's about going in there having fun and not being too critical. Because a lot of the women there, they're still learning, and that's the way you got to go in. But yeah, no, the shows are fun, man. I really hope that not only Mission Pro, but also RCW and TWA and Branded Outlaw and Dog Pound and Hybrid. I really hope all of them they get more exposure, because I really and I've been preaching this ever since I opened my shop. Anything I can do to help, but San Antonio should be Texas, Chicago, period. Where you have a lot of, of the indie talent, and and some of the talent from like AEW, right? Because there's some talent from AEW who wrestles indies still. Use San Antonio as the South hub of the United States, the Texas hub of the United States. So, and I think we're gonna get there. It's just, but it takes time though. But 5 years ago, I will say that we were more split as a community as far as independent wrestling here, but all of the promotions work with each other in some fashion. Whether if it's like Jazz, who is part of Jazz and Rodney Mack, who has Dog Pound. They may go to Mission Pro to support over there, or you may have some folks from RCW go support Branded Outlaw and things of that nature. So I know I'm going on a tangent here, but independent wrestling is important, very important to the business and the success of the wrestling business, but San Antonio independent wrestling is, become a little bit of a passion of mine as well. So, yeah.
I mean, shows every Friday, right?
No.
When's the next show?
For Mission Pro?
Yeah.
April 12th, I think.
Really? I really would love to go. I do want to go. It's just anytime I have a chance to do anything, unfortunately something else comes up, but
yeah,
I would love to go. Let me know when the show is for that RCW, because I definitely do want to go.
RCW, they have a show tomorrow. Unfortunately, I won't be going to that one, but RCW's tomorrow. Then Branded Outlaw is next Saturday. No, not next Saturday. Branded Outlaw is on the 9th, and TWA is on the 8th. And those are all the shows I can remember right now. So,
but definitely keep me updated about Mission, because I would love to go.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Drew, if I remember correctly, you said that you've been to Pittsburgh to visit family. If so, what is Pittsburgh like? I'd love to go there someday. It is boring. You go to Pittsburgh to visit. I mean, the only time you ever really go to Pittsburgh is to just visit family. It's not that exciting. The only things to do there are just to drink and watch football. I mean, it's relaxing at the same time, depending on where you're at. But overall, just it's not for me. Weather's not for me. But Yeah, I haven't been to Pittsburgh since 2010. So, pretty much all the family that I have from my mom's side, they're from Pittsburgh. I think they moved. So they don't live there anymore. Matter of fact, a lot of them moved down here. But yeah, that's just me. How is Busted Open the #1 wrestling podcast on Apple Podcasts? Do you think it's because they're on Sirius XM? That's probably why.
That and they go live in the morning, which I will say 90% of other wrestling podcasts don't do. So if you can corner the morning market for wrestling podcasts, it's so much easier to grow, so much easier to get exposure. A lot of people don't want to wake up. A lot of people don't want to wake up and do that. So
yeah, there you go. I mean, Sirius, Cornette with his 2 podcasts, 83 Weeks. I think they're doing pretty well, and then DTKC, Don Tony, Kevin Castle, Wrestling Soup. Those are the money makers right there. Those are the ones that draw the most viewers. We're actually,
Saw Monster draws a lot of fucking viewers too. Saw Monster. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll say it's like, unlike us, we're the number 7th most listened to wrestling podcast on Apple in Albania.
Yeah.
We're top 10, number 7, baby, Albania.
But like guys like that, Saw Monster, Going in Raw, Steven Larson, JD from NY, he's the one that gets the most on YouTube for the most part, for casual podcasters. I won't say he's a casual podcaster, but single by himself. So
I think he's probably the most successful one. Like as far as like independent podcasters, right. And not like corporate.
People, don't like him, but the numbers are the numbers. So
he bought himself a fucking what do you call it?
Not
an apartment, but like he actually bought himself like a new car. Yeah, with the money he made off of YouTube.
A fucking Mustang Dark Horse.
It's like he made that money off of YouTube, and he's not a corporation. I mean, at this point, he's
exactly
essentially kind of I guess his own brand, but like he's not a corporation. He's not tied to WWE or AEW. He's his own thing. So at the end of the day, regardless of how I feel about him personally, he's a success. So
he made a career. He's not career. He doesn't have to do regular work. That is his job. Kind of like this. I think Saw Monster's like there too as well, just about. So
Yeah, which is why like anytime people shit on these YouTubers, like, oh, get a job. I'm like, hey, they're making money. At the end of the day, they're making money by. Yeah, I can't shit them. If you're on YouTube and you're entertaining, and you're engaging, and you have an audience, and people pay for that kind of shit, and you're getting paid on YouTube for it, I can't shit on it. Because I wish I had that kind of talent to get paid on YouTube. But hey, I can't knock the hustle. That's all I gotta say. Why do so many people make fun of Arby's? I don't get it. I think Arby's is a good fast food restaurant. I
have no idea, bro.
Right.
I think Arby's, more people should be making fun of Taco Bell and even I won't say McDonald's. McDonald's is good, but like McDonald's can be shit sometimes as well. Like Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box fucking sucks now. Arby's it's not the greatest. If I had between on a tier state, it's a strong B tier, lower A tier for me. I think Arby's is good. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Because people think, it's roast beef, and they get turned off by it. They just Arby's is trash, but they never had it. It's don't knock it till you try it. Again, it's not the best. It's far from one of my best restaurants, but I'll go there. I'll go there once every couple months. If I have a craving.
Yeah, since the last episode when we did that fast food tier, I tried it. I told you about it. I thought it was okay. It was alright. It was just okay. It wasn't enough to make me say, hey, I want to go back. It was just okay to me. But yeah, kind of like you, where it's just I don't get why people knock it. I mean, if they were literally selling you feces on a bun, that'd be a different story. But it's just
right.
Yeah, it's just why aren't more people knocking Taco Bell? Why aren't more people knocking? Yeah, I guess Taco Bell. Taco Bell is the
Taco Bell, Jack in the Box.
Yeah, there.
Sometimes KFC. Church's Chicken.
Ugh.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, how can y'all compare that shit to fucking Arby's, bro? Like, yeah, I mean, Arby's is like I finish my food at Arby's at least. Like, if I go to fucking like Jack in the Box, I'm like, oh my god, like this burger sucks. I'm not even gonna finish this shit.
Ugh. I mean, yeah. I mean, with Arby's, it's like they're doing something right because you see commercials for them a lot. You'll see them selling their products, so it's like, hey, they're doing something right. But again, granted, just because you're on television doesn't mean your product is always going to be great. But
yeah, true.
You still have a following, at least. All right. Who are your most hated NBA players of all time? For me, it's James Harden, LeBron James. I hate Harden because of his ugly beard, and I hate LeBron for his delusional fans who think he's better than Michael Jordan. Hated NBA players of all time.
Go for it. You go first.
Let's see. I don't know if I want to say hated. There's just players I don't care for, or just I think are just overrated. Chris Paul is to me the most overrated player ever because he gets so overhyped by people. People call him point god, which makes me want to throw up in my mouth every time I hear it. It's like, this guy's never won a championship. The guy literally just got to a finals for the first time in his career like a few years ago and lost. And just the fact that people call him point god, I'm like, how? The guy's never won shit. Like, stop calling him point god. He's not point god. Steph Curry is point god, if anything.
Steph Curry is point god.
Yes, he is. He's a point guard, so therefore he's point god. I mean, if you want to call point god to anybody, Magic Johnson, maybe. Yeah. Maybe you can make a case for Isaiah Thomas being a point god.
Well, as a pure point guard, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, yeah. Who else like a pure like Oscar Robertson, pure point guard?
Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
Steve Nash, if you want to call him that. Steve Nash never won shit. Yeah, just if you want to call point god to anybody.
But he was MVP, 2 times too, so.
Right, but if you want to call point god to anybody, just Magic Johnson, I think, is the best example of a point god, if anything. But yeah, Chris Paul, Draymond Green, I don't care for at all. Again, he's exposed himself as being a fake tough guy. Who else?
Wait, how he exposed himself as a fake tough guy?
He literally admitted on air that after the finals loss against Cleveland in 2016?
Yeah.
2016, 2017, that he was in his car and he texted Kevin Durant, please come to Golden State. He's like, nobody would admit that, ever. Nobody should ever admit that they beg somebody to come to their team. So he's not a tough guy. Like, he would not last.
I don't think it has nothing to do with him being a tough guy. I think that just has him. I think that's more of him. You can say like he's fake. He's a fake competitor.
No, he would not last in the 90s or the 80s. He would get his ass chewed out. Like, just the whole thing of like he just goes around and like yells at everybody and cusses at everybody. Like, he's an asshole mainly, but he's not a tough guy. I've seen tough guys. He's not a tough guy. Dennis
Who do you think
Rodman.
is a tough guy in today's NBA?
Who's a tough guy in today's NBA?
Yeah.
Good question.
Do you have any?
I don't think there's. I don't think there's many, because I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't think you can be a tough. I don't really think you can afford to be a tough guy in today's NBA.
Yeah, you're right.
Because back in the day, you can get like clothesline going up for a layup, and it's like personal foul. Nowadays, you just like look at somebody wrong, and it's a technical. So, and again, I'm not trying to be the whole back in my day, if you weren't dead, you can still play. Like, no, just nowadays it's good that they're trying to crack down on a lot of these hard fouls that we got back in the day. But I don't know. There's still a part of me that watches the old NBA. I'm like, remember when it used to be good,
right.
And not these boring all-star games where it's like, hey, who can score 200 points first? So, but yeah, those are my disliked NBA players. What about you?
So everyone who has played for the Houston Rockets from 1967 till today.
Oh God!
Every single person, and every single player who's played for the Dallas Mavericks from 1980 till today.
So no love for Hakeem or Dirk or anybody?
Fuck them. They're fucking devils.
Oh God,
They
come on.
they deserve everything that happens to them. I hope Hakeem Olajuwon falls downstairs and breaks his kneecaps.
I don't know. I respect.
I hope Luka Doncic's fucking hair falls off, and he finds out that he has dick cancer.
What the fuck? What? Oh! I got more to add for my hated players list since you brought up the Mavericks. Eduardo Nahara. Fuck that guy.
Oh, well, okay, he played for the Mavericks, but very much so fuck that guy. But that's so random.
Mark Matt. Was it Mad Dog Madden? What's his name? Played for the Lakers. Fuck that guy.
Mag Dog Madden.
He something Madden, not Mark Madden, but Mark something. He played for the Lakers.
Madsen?
What? Who?
Like, you talking about Mark Like his Madsen?
I think Madsen.
Yeah, you're hating like random bench guys.
Juice was a fucking
like people that don't even matter.
Well, he got on my nerves a lot, like because he would always get tangled up with people and knock them down, and then he'd be like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not fucking okay. You almost knocked my ass down. Fuck you."
Well, you made it seem like you played basketball with him before or something.
Oh, just fuck that guy. The 2008 Boston Celtics, I can't stand. They won one championship and they've been milking that shit since 2008. It's just like
you hate the players because they won a title?
I hate them because they feel like it's like bigger than any other fucking title that's ever been won. It's just
no. You want to know what one team that they won a title? Well, obviously the fucking Houston Rockets, but outside that. I'm not saying this because I legit hate them. I'm saying this because LeBron fucking just wet the bed in the finals. The Mavericks from 2011. People are saying, "Oh, it's one of the greatest teams of all time." Like, Jesus, excuse the fuck out of me. No, they're not. They're not even one of the best teams of that decade. They're probably like one of the weakest. I will make an argument that they're probably the weakest team of that decade of the 2010s.
Probably
to win the title. But anyway,
and I got one more. I'm pretty sure you're gonna agree with me on this one. Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, he's the who?
Fuck that guy. I hope all bad things happen to him. Not even just bad things. I hope inconvenient things happen to him. I hope whenever he orders...
You just pissed me off for bringing his name up.
I hope when he orders food on DoorDash and he's about to eat and he's happy, he finds out it's the wrong order. Like, I hope that happens. So I hope when he's about to watch television and he's about to watch his favorite movie, he realizes he forgot to change the batteries in his remote.
That's gonna hurt him.
You know, just inconvenience, just little inconvenient things. I fuck him. I don't care what he does from now. I don't care if San Antonio forgives him. I don't care if Pop gets on the microphone like he did and said, "Stop booing Kawhi." It's like, no, fuck him. I'm sorry, Pop, but fuck him. I will never forgive him. Like, he's an awful person and I hate him. So fuck Kawhi. Now I'm mad. I'm mad like you. Let's move on. God damn it, Kyle. What have you done? You made me mad. It's all Kyle's fault. Out of these three WWE commentators who were wrestlers, who do you think is most likely to wrestle at least one more match? Wade Barrett, Corey Graves, Byron Saxton.
Wade Barrett.
Yeah, probably Wade Barrett. I think is more likely. I know Corey Graves said that he's, I guess, medically cleared, but I don't see him wrestling. I don't think anyone has a interest in seeing him wrestle. So, and then Byron Saxton, I don't really know his medical history, but I don't think anyone has an interest to watch him wrestle. So, but yeah, Wade Barrett. Something that I'll never understand is why some guys have a feet fetish for girls' feet. A wrestler that famously has a foot fetish is Tony Atlas.
Yes, he does.
I hate that laugh so fucking much. All right. Kyle has more questions, but somebody named Dopey Dumb Cunt has a question for us.
Wait. Is that really his name, or are you calling him that?
No, the name is literally Dopey Dumb Cunt in all one sentence. He wants to know, what color panties are we wearing? Mine are golden brown. Or it's a she. Maybe it's a he. I don't know. But what color panties are we wearing?
That's fucking weird. I'm not going to answer that.
I'm not wearing any panties. So, there you go. Jesus Christ. These people. Kyle has more questions. All right. Kyle's saying, I'm becoming a big fan of Dijak's work on NXT. Dijak. He's good at wrestling and promos, plus he's a big man at 6'7". What are your thoughts on Dijak? I mean, I love Dijak. I think he's someone that, you know, if you're going to pull the trigger on him, like, do it now. Because I know his contract comes up in June. I mean, for all you know, maybe he wants to be a lifer in WWE and he's happy here. But yeah, just to me, I love him. I'm a huge fan of Dijak.
Fan of Dijak. He doesn't. I mean, his characters are not great though, and WWE is not going to push that. You know, he's good in ring. I think he's hilarious on Twitter. I think he's really funny on Twitter, on the stuff that he says on there. But a gimmick like that has a short ceiling. You know, it could, you know, possibly win an NXT championship, but as far as main roster, it's not a main event gimmick at all. I can't see a marquee of you know, Dijak versus whoever versus Roman Reigns, whatever, right? I just can't. So, you know, he's a damn good wrestler, damn good in the ring. Promo, I won't say he's a great promo, but you know, he's decent at promos. But you know, that's it. I mean, to Drew's point, you know, his contract's coming up. I mean, if they don't do anything with him, I can see him leaving. I can see him maybe going to somewhere like New Japan or in Japan somewhere, or I can't see him going to AEW. I mean, I can see him going to AEW. I don't want him to go to AEW because I know what the hell's going to happen when he gets there. But yeah. Dijak overall, I like him, but yeah, it's just, you know, just some things that, you know, that could be better for sure.
All right. Have you ever walked out of a movie theater because the movie was so bad? I haven't, but when my dad was still alive, he had a Netflix DVD by mail subscription. One movie I remember he was disgusted by was Bad Santa. I was only 11 years old at the time in 2004. He took the DVD out of the player and sent it back by mail in the Netflix return envelope. My dad, Joe, was being a good father by not showing me a raunchy movie.
I've never walked out of a movie theater before, to my remembrance. Never.
Me neither. To me, it's just like, well, I paid for this, so I'm going to watch it.
Exactly. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, depending on the movie. If it's a movie that I had interest in seeing, I'm going to finish it out. If it's a movie that I had zero interest in watching and it looks like complete shit in the trailer, I'm just going to avoid it and wait for it to come out on streaming. And if it's bad, I can just watch it at home. And if it's bad, I can just turn it off. Like, there's been movies where I'll just watch at home and 20, 30 minutes in, I'm like, this is shit. I'm turning it off. So, there you go. Alright. Have you ever been to Lane's Chicken? They're a chain out of Texas that is opening their first location in Wisconsin in Janesville and former Fazoli's.
I remember Fazoli's. I haven't had Fazoli's in a long time. Never heard of Lane's Chicken. No.
Never heard of it. Justin, since you hate her so much, what would you do if you met Aaliyah?
It wouldn't be Aaliyah. I wouldn't be in the same vicinity as Aaliyah if I knew she was there. Yeah. Yeah, I just wouldn't meet her. If I happen to see her, then I'll just avoid her. Like,
Yeah, there you go.
I don't give power to people who I don't care about. So
That's the way it should be, people. All Elite Wrestling is now in its 5th year in 2024. How long do you think it will be until Tony Khan has another big announcement? And then the big announcement is an AEW Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen.
Probably not another 5 years. Probably be like the 10th year anniversary where they'll introduce like an AEW Hall of Fame where they'll probably like induct guys like Jericho and Sting and things like that. So
yeah. Why does the Steve Austin Show podcast still release episodes when the episodes are only reruns? And do you think that Steve Austin will ever return to releasing new podcasts? Probably because he has a thing going on with WWE where like he'll do his Broken Skull Ranch thing on the Peacock. So maybe that's why. And also, I think that's pretty much it. That he just has the Broken Skull Ranch going on with WWE.
I agree.
Speaking of wrestler podcasts, did you listen to all of the Piper's Pit podcast episodes while Piper was still alive? Because I did, and I loved all the episodes. I think I only listened to one.
I listened to several. Several of the early ones, they're really good. Piper's a great storyteller, so yeah. But it'll probably be something I'll probably maybe go back into the future, and possibly listening to.
Mm-hmm. Why is Swiper from Dora the Explorer so bad at getting dates on Tinder?
Is this a joke?
Because he's always being told, Swiper, no swiping. I don't watch Dora the Kyle. I don't watch Dora the Explorer.
I don't get it. No.
I'm a 34-year-old man. I don't watch Dora the Explorer. I'm sorry.
Yeah. When Dora Explorer started coming around, like I was already like in middle school or something, at least.
I mean, I watch cartoons, but more. I guess cartoons that appeal to me and work for me more, and not Dora. Dora's like for a much younger audience.
I mean, when Dora came out, we were already like in middle school, I think. So
yeah,
we wouldn't have been watching that.
Like I'm aware of Dora. I've seen clips, but I'm sorry, I don't get
that. I get that she talks to the TV screen like something, you dumbass, and she just stares at you like.
Can you tell me on the map where the mountain is? And it's like, it's right there. But anyways,
it's right there.
It's right fucking there. But I don't know. What's your and other Spurs fans' opinion on the new name of the Spurs Frostbake Center compared to the old name, the AT&T Center? It's all right.
I still call it AT&T. So I don't really think like, for me at least, from what I say, I don't really think people really care.
No.
But just like San Antonio, this is what I think. Just like San Antonio is so fucking corny on every fucking thing that they do. Like, let's name it the Fresh Fish Fry Center. like this city is so fucking lame, man. God damn. So fucking like name it the Bill Miller Center. You get it? Because that's San Antonio, River San Antonio. Like,
yeah. I don't know. To me, at the end of the day, I don't care what the place is called as long as they're playing in it. Just
we may end up getting a new arena downtown soon with a baseball stadium.
Nice. 2 more questions from Kyle. Your thoughts on the mid 1990s and mid 2010s long basketball shorts that teams used to wear that went below the knees, and looking back at basketball games from my high school days, they look so funny now.
I mean, it was different style back then because that's why I used to wear too as well. It made dribbling harder for sure, dribbling hard between your legs and just the movement. But I mean, obviously I liked them back then. You know what I mean? But now, like as actual basketball, like I actually like my shorts short. Not like John Stockton short, but like maybe like an inch or two above my knees. So that way I have a little bit more free movement. Right.
I mean, I don't really have an opinion on it because, I I wore regular shorts. Just, I don't know. Just, I don't have too much of it. I can't really add too much to it that you already didn't, so. But, yeah. What is Whataburger like? Someday when I go to Texas on vacation, I like to eat at Whataburger. No more Whataburger questions, because it's just going to make me hungry. All it does is make, like last month's, fast food tier when we were talking about Whataburger, McDonald's, and I'm just like, oh boy, I would kill for a fucking like Big Mac right now. Now I'm thinking about it. God damn it, Kyle. But Whataburger is a Texas tradition. If you come here, you have to try Whataburger at least once. Not as good as it used to be, especially when I got bought up by that Chicago bank. But it's still Whataburger. At the end of the day.
I think so. If you go to just go get a regular Whataburger, like a regular Whataburger, it's good, but you're not gonna be like overly impressed. Like you need to get like one of the patty melts or the honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich or the A&1 thick and hard. You need one of the specialty burgers to really enhance your experience, in my opinion. So,
with me, it's the cheese and jalapeno burger or jalapeno cheeseburger. That's what I get. Not good on my stomach though, but it's I can't resist. But thank you, Kyle. Savage Elite has quite a few questions.
We're about to be here for like the next 10 days for these.
Oh yeah, so get ready. If you have a 5-year period of music, but it's only that era you can listen to for the rest of your life, what 5 years would it be for you? For example, mine would be 73 to 77.
So so I can only have these 5 years, and that's like the only, like not genre music, but I only have that library of music from this year to this year, and that's the only. Okay, I get it. I really love early 90s shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love that sound from like everything. So probably up to 93. So 93, 92, 91, 90, 89. So 89 through 93. Yeah, because that was a lot of fucking good music. You had New Jack Swing, you had grunge, the sound of grunge music coming up. You had the gangster rap. You had like the electronic dance music there. You had like a lot of artists on the up climb, like Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men, and Madonna was still hot, and Michael Jackson put out the fucking Dangerous album then, and oh yeah, 89, 93 would have been perfect. I can listen to that music all day, every day, and not have an issue with it. And you had the end, of heavy metal hair music going into grunge with Nirvana. Oh yeah, I'm fine with those 5 years.
That's interesting. I do like that era. I do like that era of early 90s when you got into grunge, when you got into gangster rap. So I would say kind of that era that you just said, early 90s, mid 90s, so 90 to 95. Another era for me personally, 2000 to 2005.
Okay, yeah, that's fair too. Yeah.
For me, that was my favorite era of music because you had Disturbed, you had Linkin Park, you had Mudvayne. Trying to think of another band, Slipknot. Slipknot was huge, in that time period. I still love my new metal rock music every now and then. Breaking Benjamin, and then others like Eminem. You had Dr. Dre on the resurgence. Who else? Nas is another big one that was out in the early 2000s. I know he's been out longer than that, but I think that's where he really got noticed was the early 2000s. Korn, guys like that. So I would say 2000, 2005 for me. All right. Justin, what is your Mount Rushmore of Bond movies first? And then he wants to know what my Mount Rushmore for MCU movies are. So for you, Bond movies, what is your Mount Rushmore?
My Mount Rushmore for Bond movies? So my 4 favorite Bond movies, essentially.
Yes.
So how do you phrase the question? My Mount Rushmore of Bond movies?
What are your Mount Rushmore, like, okay, so I'm missing I missed an extra word. So, for newbies, like, if you're talking to somebody that's never seen a Bond movie, what are your 4 favorite Bond movies?
Okay.
Like, Mount Rushmore for Bond movies.
Okay, because I thought we did, like, something like this before. Okay, so for newbies, like, okay, so that's completely different then. So, Mount Rushmore for Bond movies is, so, 1, Goldfinger. That's possibly the most famous Bond movie of all time. You get your quips, your most classic moments, and a lot of classic scenes. Like everyone has seen scenes from Goldfinger. If not, you probably seen scenes indirectly from other movies and TV shows from Goldfinger. So that's number 1. Number 2, The Spy Who Loved Me. That is the most classic 70s Bond movie, with the 70s action, possibly with the... He's not my favorite henchman of all time, but he's a lot of people's favorite henchman of all time of Jaws. So Jaws was fucking, in the 2 movies back to back. Number 3, GoldenEye. I mean, that's like probably the most casual Bond movie of all time, obviously because of the video game, but also that saved the Bond franchise was GoldenEye. So, and a lot of people like GoldenEye because of the video game, because if you play through the video game on the N64, you can watch the movie and know exactly what's going on. It's like, oh my god, I remember this shit, I remember the bunker, I remember this thing, I remember I had to, do this with Natalia and all that stuff. So GoldenEye is a very easy movie. And the last one, I would say Skyfall, but Skyfall is more of a darker, I won't say dark Bond movie, but it's not a traditional Bond movie, so I'm gonna go with Casino Royale, the first Daniel Craig. So, Goldfinger, Spy Who Loved Me, GoldenEye, Casino Royale.
Nice. And for me,
I think those four. Like, if you want to get into James Bond, those are the first 4 movies I will tell you to watch first.
Yeah, there you go, people. For me, Drew, what is your MCU Mount Rushmore for newbies? So if I'm meeting someone that's never seen the MCU movies, so these are just my personal favorites. Winter Soldier. That's always going to be up there. To me, that's a movie that it feels like a spy movie. It feels like a 70s, like, gritty spy movie. And if I had to pick a movie to, like, be nominated for an Oscar, I would say Winter Soldier. Again, just my opinion. So that, the first Guardians of the Galaxy, that was a movie I had no interest in going in because the comics were bad. So when I heard they were making a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I'm like, really? They're really scratching at the bottom of the barrel because they don't own X-Men or Spider-Man or Fantastic Four. So they had to make that movie. And lo and behold, it's one of my favorite movies. It's one of my favorite MCU movies, and when I watch it, it still hits me like the first time I watched it. So that, Infinity War, because it was a game changer for Marvel. Like, that's a movie that, and this term gets overused a lot, but I think in this case, it's apropos. It's like The Empire Strikes Back for the new generation. It's a movie I can put on and watch and still enjoy. And then number 4, number 4, it's a toss-up because I have 2, and I need to pick one of them. I would say, to me, number 4 would be, fuck it. I'm going to say number 4 is going to be No Way Home. Because as a Spider-Man fan, not just a Marvel fan, but a Spider-Man fan, it did everything I needed it to do. And it's weird because I see I see a resurgence of people not, hating the movie, saying that it was primarily just a fan service movie. I'm like, yes and no. It was fan service, but like you brought in characters from the past like Toby and Andrew and Willem Dafoe and Alfred Molina, and they legit played like supporting characters in the movie. Like they weren't just there to say, "Hey, remember us?" Like they were there to like add more pathos and a better character arc for Tom Holland, and it worked. So them being there helped the movie because it helped Tom Holland's character arc as Peter. So I would say No Way Home. Those are my 4. Right. All right, pick one. So 2 choices. Snickers or Reese's?
Snickers.
Reese's. Knight Rider or Miami Vice?
Miami Vice. I love both, but Miami Vice.
I'll go with Miami Vice. Walmart or Target?
Oh, that's...
Depends.
Yeah, Target's like I won't say it's the better store, but I'm going Walmart because there's like so much other shit I can get there.
I'll say Walmart because Walmart's cheaper. Like Target usually would charge like $1 more for, like, say if I need to get like my shampoo, I can go to Walmart and get it for like $1 cheaper, or like 50 cents cheaper. Target's good for like electronics, or if you want to get movies on sale or whatever. But I'll say Walmart. New generation or PG era?
New generation.
New generation. New York strip or ribeye?
I was a ribeye guy for a while, but New York strip is that perfect balance for me.
I'm gonna do the same. New York strip. Brownies or cookies?
Oh my god!
Depending on what kind of cookies.
If I had to pick, it's gonna be cookies. However, I don't think I think like my best ever like dessert experience was with a brownie. It was. But I'm gonna go cookies though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with brownies. Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat?
Oh, Mortal Kombat, baby. MK.
MK all day. West Coast or East Coast?
Even though I've never been West Coast before, I'm gonna pick West Coast. But I did go to New York, and New York was fucking fun as shit. It was just so overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm a Texas guy. I'm low key, so I prefer the West Coast. Shakes or slushes? Shakes. And ham or sausage?
Ham?
Yeah, I like sausage better. Ham is too... takes a while to kind of bite through, but I prefer sausage, personally.
Oh, I'm thinking about like deli ham, sliced ham.
Right. I just prefer sausage.
Yeah, I get you.
Which you guys get what I mean. But number 4, what is the purpose of reaction videos on YouTube? I don't get it. I like them personally. I mean, I know they're fun. I can see why people aren't crazy about them, because the thought of why are you watching somebody else do something that you're watching them do is kind of preposterous. But I don't know. I like watching people watch other movies on YouTube just to kind of see their reaction of a movie I haven't seen in a while, just to see how they feel about it. But
I think there's a lot of things, but a lot of people... So it's kind of like you pick a reactor, right? And, you may like their personality. And it's kind of like having a friend to watch a video with.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's kind of having a friend to watch a video with. If it's going to be a video that you're going to watch anyway, you might as well watch it with someone that, that you like. That's number 1. But also number 2 as well, especially for the movie reactions. Like, if you want to watch a movie, but you don't want to watch the full movie, you can just watch someone doing a reaction of that movie. And it's kind of like still watching that movie at the same time. You know what I mean? So that's another reason too. But, it's not for everybody though. It's not for everybody.
And it's also interesting seeing people watch movies that pretty much everyone has seen and they're just now watching for the first time.
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. Like, I never heard of Back to the Future before. Like, what? Like, get the fuck out of here, man! Come on now. But when they watch it, it's like, it's pretty cool to see their them being fascinated by it.
Yeah, it's like there's a channel I watch specifically. It's Real Rejects, and they'll do like first time watching for certain movies, and one of the guys on the show, he had never seen Forrest Gump, and I'm like, what? Really? you've never seen Forrest Gump, and I watched him watch it, and he's like getting emotional throughout the whole movie, and I forgot how emotional that movie was. So I'm like, Jesus, why is this movie hitting me like more than it used to? But it's always interesting, especially like trailer reactions. But yeah, movie reactions are always fun. What is some of your favorite WWE DVDs back in the day? I think we might have answered this question a long time ago, but for me, Volume 1 of the Ladder Match is probably still my favorite to this day. The Rise and Fall of ECW is one of those things, and also the WCW one. So
yeah, those are the two. Like, if those are not, I won't say your favorite, but if you have not at least seen those, I question your wrestling fan.
Yeah,
just saying. But for me though, the real true story WrestleMania when they get 2011, that's still really good to go back and watch, even though it only goes up to 26.
I have that one.
It's amazing. It's amazing. All of the I mean, it's on Peacock now, but all of the Legends of Wrestling Roundtable, those are fantastic to watch. Just the stories that Dusty and Jim Ross and Mean Gene and Michael Hayes talk about, just great stuff. Also as well, and I really never really hear anyone really bring these up, but it was the Allied Powers World's Greatest Tag Team. Oh my god, that's probably one of my favorites of all time right there. So, yeah.
What are your thoughts? What are your honest thoughts about the Fantastic Four cast? So they just made the announcement about the new Fantastic Four movie for Marvel on Valentine's Day. I mean, again, I don't have a problem with it. I think because they had already been rumored about who the cast was, and then they finally announced it on Valentine's Day. I like the rest of the cast. I'm just not crazy about Pedro Pascal playing Reed. I think Pedro's a great actor. I think he's shown that he has a lot of range, and he's been great in everything else. The Last of Us, and shit like that. Mandalorian. Him as Reed, I need, again, it's one of those things that, like, I need to see it first. I'm not gonna say I hate it. I would have picked an actor whose face I haven't seen a million times. You know what I mean? But I don't know if you have any thoughts about that.
My honest thoughts about it. I am not seeing the movie, so
okay, fair enough.
I don't care about it. It was like the third or fourth Fantastic Four movie. Oh, I'm sorry, like the third reboot of it or some shit. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about it.
Well, I mean, it's Marvel. I mean, look what they did with Spider-Man. They rebooted it 3 times, and then Tom Holland became a great Spider-Man. But I don't know,
yeah, that's. But it wasn't the same exact story, though.
From what I heard, this isn't going to be an origin story. They're going to be more of an established team, and it's going to be set in the 60s. But again, I'm not going to like twist your leg about it. You know what I mean? So
I mean, Dr. Doom's in it, I'm sure, right?
From what I heard, he's going to be in it, but he's going to come out as like a post-credit scene because the actor who played Kang, Jonathan Majors, like he got fired from Marvel because of what he did. So they're going to move away from Kang.
I'll put it this way: I saw Silver Surfer, Rise of Silver Surfer in theaters on opening weekend. It was one of the fuck the Fantastic Four. It just scarred me. I'll just say that.
Okay, fair enough. And they're going to bring in Galactus, and basically it's going to be actually Galactus and not a giant like cloud.
Yeah, that really pissed me off too.
I don't know. All I'm just going to say is that I think it's going to be a better rendition than what we got in the 2000s and that fucking Fanforstic movie that I fucking paid money for. Which, I don't know. I don't know why I paid money for that. That's one of my biggest regrets is seeing that shit. But yeah, I don't know. I have faith in Marvel pulling this transition off. That's just me. What is one video game series you never really got into but you're open to play?
I never really got into probably Final Fantasy. I'm not really an RPG guy, but I'm always fascinated with Final Fantasy. Like, I watch like documentaries of it and stuff. So like I'm into like the lore and all that stuff, but I never really played the games. You know what I mean? So So like I already know like what happens in all the games pretty much, but I just didn't have the patience to actually play through them. So maybe one day I'll probably give it a whirl and probably give up after like a couple days because I'm not really into RPGs. But I certainly appreciate it because I love to watch documentaries and stuff about it. So,
there's been a lot of games that I tried to play that everyone likes and I just couldn't get into, like Resident Evil. I couldn't really play it on. Okay. That's a series that like I prefer to watch it. I prefer to watch somebody else play it or watch like walkthroughs about it on YouTube. But just actually playing it, because I tried playing it once, and I couldn't get into the controls. Because
which Resident Evil are you talking about? Like the tank controls, or are you talking about like RE4 with the over the shoulder?
Which one was the one where they were like in South Africa or something?
Oh, that's RE5. That one's that's a terrible one.
Yeah, maybe that was a bad example for me to start off with, but
that's a terrible one. Yeah,
and just like seeing like people play it and just seeing like how the controls are, where it's like if you want more bullets, make more bullets doing this, and then make more health by doing this. I'm like, that just sounds complicated. Like to me, I'm a basic bitch when it comes to like controls, where I'm like, let me step over something and get more ammo.
Yeah,
like that's just me. Grand Theft Auto, I couldn't really get into. I mean, maybe I'll give.
You already established that.
Maybe I'll give it another try. I mean, I tried playing it once and only once. Couldn't get into it.
Which GTA was it?
Might have been like Vice City, I believe.
Okay, Vice City. Okay.
But the only
that may be a game that you probably will want to watch, but like GTA 4 and 5 better controls. If I recommend a GTA game for you to start off with, maybe GTA 5 because it's very casual and the storyline's good too as well. It's easy as shit.
Right.
But as far as like story, GTA 5, GTA 4 is a fucking great story. It's like dark. It's like the darkest of the franchise. And GTA Vice City is my favorite game of all time because like Ray Liotta, playing the fucking like Ray Liotta playing Ray Liotta. Then San Andreas, I love it, but I think a lot of people overrate it. But it's really good though. Like Samuel Jackson is like fucking fantastic. But yeah, anyway.
As far as like games that I never played that I might give a try, never played any of the Final Fantasy games. So maybe one of these days I'll give that a try. And Kingdom Hearts, never played it. Maybe I'll give that a try.
So Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy Light, Final Fantasy with Disney characters.
Exactly. All right. Next, what is some of your favorite sitcoms of all time? Easy.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, easy for me. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like it's just a show I can watch and never get tired of, and I can probably quote every episode.
Yeah, that's up there for me. Yeah.
Trying to think of some other sitcoms.
For me, Seinfeld. That's probably my favorite sitcom of all time. I fucking love that fucking show to death. That 70s Show.
That 70s Show. There you go.
That 70s Show is really fucking good. Stoner comedy, even though I haven't smoked, but it's really good shit. Martin. Love Martin. Love the Jamie Foxx Show and the Wayans Brothers Show. Like the black comedies. So fucking good.
Wayans Brothers, yeah.
Jamie Foxx Show too as well.
I love the Jamie Foxx Show.
Yeah.
But
yeah, there's other ones out there too. All in the Family, even though it's fucking racist as shit. Even though it's racist as shit. Oh, I'll give you one here. Three's Fucking Company. Love that show.
Okay.
Love that show. It just gives me memories of when I was like 4 or 5 years old. It was on late at night, like 9-10 o'clock at night, and my mom having it on, and like I'm waking up in the middle of the night, hearing hearing the TV. So it just gives me those nostalgic memories. But as a show, it's still funny as shit. So,
speaking of Three's Company, I like 8 Simple Rules. With John
like
Ritter.
what?
8 Simple Rules.
Oh, 8 Simple Rules. I never got into that.
It's sad to say the first season was a lot better, and then unfortunately, when John Ritter passed away, they still continued. I think for a season. I think like maybe like a season or two, and it was still funny, but it's just like John Ritter he was the funniest guy on the show, like no doubt. Married with Children, of course. That's another funny one. What's another one? Yeah, I can't really think of too many. I never really got into Friends, unfortunately.
Friends is a little bit overrated. I rather watch Friends than fucking Frasier. Frasier sucks. I'm sorry, I just don't get it.
Yeah, it was like kind of meta, sophisticated humor. So it wasn't for me personally. All right,
like I gotta be smart to watch this show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, Niles, I say Niles. It's like okay. Drew, why do you always pronounce Lyra Valkyria as Lyra when it's Lyra? And Justin, why do you always pronounce Kazuchika Okada as Kazuchika when it's Kazuchika?
Kazuchika, yeah.
I don't fucking know. I just pronounce it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think I say Kazuchika because that's how all the American commentators say it, but on Japanese commentary they actually say Kazuchika. So I think it's just more of the American, like I guess like the American commentary just rubbed off on me. I was like, okay, I'll just say Kazuchika. But the right pronunciation is Kazuchika. That's
right.
That is the correct pronunciation of it.
Right. I mean, it's just like that's just how I say it. I'm not saying to be a dick. That's just how I say it. It's like with Nakamura. I call Nakamura, and not because I don't know how to say it. It's just because sometimes, like when we're talking and I'm like talking fast a lot, I'll kind of jump up the words. I'll say Nakamura. Or like with Sammy Guevara, I'll say Sammy Guevara. I usually say it to be funny, but yeah, with Lyra, I don't know. That's just how I say it. So that's just me. Right. What is your first arcade game you remember seeing? With me, it was the Simpsons game.
Very first arcade game I remember seeing. It had to be a Pac-Man machine. If not, the one that I definitely remember seeing. I'm pretty sure the first one is probably like a Pac-Man machine, but the one I definitely first remember seeing, it was a laundromat that was connected to a convenience store by my old house in Valley High. It was Pitfall, not Pitfall, Pit Fighter. Remember seeing that? Oh my god, this game looks fucking amazing. Never ever played. My mom never ever wanted to fucking give me a quarter to play that shit. And I bought the fucking like it was like a Midway arcade classics for the GameCube, and I finally played it for the first time. I'm like, oh, this game fucking sucks. Pit Fighter fucking sucks. But like the very first game that I actually remember playing on the arcade was Street Fighter 2. That was the first one I remember, but I'm pretty sure I physically played a game before that, but I remember seeing Street Fighter 2. I remember playing that. That was 1991. And I'm pretty sure I may have played the Ninja Turtles arcade game before that too as well.
Right.
So so I remember seeing the very first. It was either at an HEB. It was because back in the day, like they used to have like I'm pretty sure you remember this arcade cabinets like in HEBs and fucking especially corner stores too. That was like the big thing. Like I can't speak for for other people, but I remember Street Fighter 2 inside of, I don't know if you remember the name of this convenience store, Stop and Go.
Yes.
Stop and Go. Mm-hmm. There used to be Stop and Goes before they changed them into I think it went from Stop and Go. I think they changed them into Diamond Shamrocks, then to Valeros. And now I don't know what the fuck they are now. There's like Circle K, then it's like Valero, then it's like, Shit Shack, whatever it is. So, but yeah, sorry going tangent, but yeah, that just went down memory lane for me. So,
do you want to save the tier list for last and then finish off Goof's questions?
Yeah. If there's a tier list, let's do that last. Yeah.
All right. So Savage, we're just gonna save the tier list for last, and then we're gonna do Goof's questions because he has 4 more. He has 4 more. Goof, FMK. So let's open that up real quick. So let me know when you have it open.
I'm getting it up. All right,
F, Marry, Kill. Lash Legend. Alicia Atut. And Lady Maravilla. So yeah, probably F, Lash Legend. Even though I don't like her in-ring stuff, but probably marry Alicia Tot, even though MJF will kill me for that. But but she does have a good personality though. So, and I kill Larry Maravilla. Nothing against her, but she bites the dust. Probably the same. I like Alicia too. She has a good personality, and I'll beat the fuck out of MJF. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that. Fuck him. I'm playing. I like MJF. But yeah, marry Alicia too. I have no idea what this girl's face looks like, Lady Maravella. So she's gonna have to go, unfortunately. And fuck Lash Legend. Even though I'm kind of the opposite on you, I think she's actually improved in the ring. But yeah, those are my choices. All right, what video game made you rage so hard that you nearly broke your controller? So hard that you nearly broke your controller, or just broke your controller in general? So it's a game that
I never raged that hard to where I break my controller, because I knew if I broke my controller, I knew that I wouldn't be playing I wouldn't have a video game to play. So,
any of the Madden, NBA 2K, NBA Live, college football games. That's it. So, which is why I don't play sports games anymore.
Why? Why would you?
Because again, just I was losing. I couldn't hit baskets. Football games I just fucking hated because I would throw an interception.
Okay.
The last the last Madden game I played, I don't know how it happened, but I got a 2-point conversion. I'm throwing a pass and then somebody tackles me and they get an extra 2 points. And I was so mad that I didn't even yell. It was like silent rage. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to uninstall this game and take it back. So, but yeah, those are my choices. How bold is Don Reynolds? I mean, he looks pretty bold.
I have no idea who that is.
He's one of our listeners on here. He's one of the mods on here, actually. So, go to breakfast cereal, Honey Nut Cheerios.
Cinnamon Toast Crack. Crunch Berries. Fruit Loops. And the I don't know what they changed the formula. They changed the recipe. Oh, I don't know how long ago. It may be for like 5 years already or whatever. But the older Cocoa Puffs. I don't know what they did with this new formula because it fucking sucks. It doesn't taste the same. But
Frosted Flakes for me.
Oh yeah, that one too. Yeah, add that one to the list too. Yeah,
Frosted Flakes. All right, that's it, Goof. So now we're going to do this tier list from Savage Elite. So let me know when you have yours open.
What kind of tier list are we doing today so the lovely listeners can know?
We are doing 90s cartoon tier list.
There is a lot of them.
So we're going to be here for the next 5 hours. So, all right. So
Well, there are some, because there's a tier here that says never seen. So, and I'm looking at some lists here. There's a lot of these I never seen. So this may go a little quick. So,
all right.
but,
So do you have yours open?
let me just ask this first before we start.
Huh.
Is your first one Batman the Animated Series, then Batman Beyond, then Superman?
Well, let's start. So Batman the Animated.
Well, I'm asking you. Is that what it is? So that way we can go in order like how we did last time?
Yeah.
Okay. So, good.
We're in the same order. So, Batman the Animated Series, that's going in top tier.
That's S tier.
Like, come on.
That's S tier. That's one of the best. That's one of the best cartoons ever, period.
You know it. Batman Beyond, that's S tier for me.
I liked it. I didn't love it. But it's good. B tier.
All right, Superman the Animated Series, never got into it. So I would say
I've never seen it at all.
So I'll say C tier. Spider-Man, is that the 90s cartoon? I mean, obviously.
That's Spider-Man the Animated Series, so I liked it. I didn't like it's A tier. I'll say that. It's A tier, but like I don't think it's an S tier for me. But it's really fucking good though.
Oh, it's S tier for me. Spider-Man Unlimited, never got into it.
Never seen.
I'll say D tier.
I never seen it.
Iron Man, the 90s cartoon, bleh.
Never seen it.
So I would say D. The Incredible Hulk, D tier. Actually, I never seen it, so...
Wait. Incredible Hulk. My next one was X-Men.
Alright, X-Men, that's a fucking S tier.
That's top of my... That's above Batman for me, the animated series.
Have you seen the trailer for the 97 cartoon?
Yes, I am actually excited about it. The only thing that kind of threw me off, I know it's the same voice actor, but Wolverine just doesn't sound like Wolverine. But.
I didn't poo-poo over that. Like, I didn't love it, but my whole thing is maybe that's just like a scene that was the best they could do. So, for all we know, maybe the rest of the series he's going to sound like Wolverine. Or more like Wolverine.
We'll but outside of that, I'm excited for it, though.
Yes. Fantastic Four.
Wait, so my next one's the Hulk. Did you do the Hulk already?
I did it. I put never seen.
Okay, I never seen either. Okay, so now we're on Fantastic Four.
I'd say
never seen it.
I'll say C tier. It was okay. Silver Surfer, never seen it, but
where did these cartoons like came on? Like
I remember the theme. I don't remember the show.
I don't remember any of these fucking things, man.
I just remember the theme of like the dude trying to sound like he was doing the Flash Gordon theme. Like okay,
like the Superman, like I knew it was a cartoon. I just never seen it. You know what I mean? Like this fucking Iron Man and fucking Hulk, like never seen those. Never heard of those. Cartoons.
I mean, they only lasted for a year or just one season.
Yeah.
Spawn.
I'll
say
I like the movie better than the. I mean, the movie still sucked, but
them's fighting words. The animated series was 1,000 times better. So I'd say A tier.
I'm going to go that far. I'm going C.
Wildcats. Never seen it.
Yeah, never seen that. Yeah.
Savage Dragon. Never even heard of it.
Yeah, no, never heard of it either.
Yeah, a lot of these cartoons, I'm kind of with you. There's a lot of these cartoons I don't think I've ever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think we're gonna get this faster than what we realized.
Ultra Force, never heard of it.
Never heard of it. No.
Aeon Flux, heard about it but never seen it.
Heard about it. Seen maybe an episode or two. I don't really have any memories of it. I'm gonna put it in D. If it was an F, I'll be like, oh my god, like I seen it, this shit sucks. So, but I know there's people who love it, but obviously I never got into it. So, yeah.
The Max, heard about it, never seen it.
Never heard of the Max.
The Phantom, I can't tell what the fuck that is.
Yeah,
never seen it.
Never seen it.
Captain Planet.
All right, now we're getting to the good shit. Captain Planet. I'm gonna go with a B.
Okay.
B.
You know they're doing a movie with it, and Leo DiCaprio's producing it.
I don't want to see that.
Okay.
I don't want to see that.
I never was crazy about Captain Planet, so I will say C tier. The Simpsons. Now, if we're talking early Simpsons,
yeah, we're talking early Simpsons. That's a fucking S tier.
S tier. So that's how I want to remember the Simpsons.
I'm going. Well, it's saying the '90s. I'm going based off from 1990 to '99. It's a fucking S tier.
Yeah, that's what I'm going by. Family Guy.
Dude, Family Guy, I think is so fucking overrated. It's a C tier.
I'm going with B tier. I mean, I liked Family Guy in the beginning. I haven't really kept up with it lately. So I'll say B tier. Futurama.
I've seen a couple episodes. I really couldn't get into it. There was some that made me laugh, but it's bottom of C tier right now. I got Family Guy above it.
This is going to shock a lot of people. I've never seen Futurama.
Yeah, it's okay.
Never watched it. I've seen clips, but I never actually watched it. Beavis and Butthead.
It's an A tier.
A tier.
That's an A tier.
King of the Hill.
I want to put it S, just because it's Texas, but I'm going A. I got Spider-Man above it.
Again, King of the Hill. It's Texas, so a lot of it kind of hits home a little bit. South Park.
I was never really too crazy in South Park. Like I saw like a handful of episodes. All funny stuff, all made me laugh, all I remember. But I never really got into it like as a lot of other people, so I'm going bottom of B tier for me.
Yeah, it's B tier. Space Ghost, Coast to Coast.
I always see on Cartoon Network, and they see maybe 1 or 2 minutes out of every show. Not every show, but maybe 1 or 2 minutes. But I don't want to say I never seen it, but I know it's not a D tier, so I'll put bottom of C, I guess.
Yeah, it goes in C tier. I think that a lot of the humor and the jokes went over my head a little bit as a kid. Maybe if I saw it as an adult, I would have liked it more, but I don't know. And then there's just a picture of Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, so I'm assuming that's Looney Tunes.
If we're talking about Looney Tunes in general and all the Looney Tunes, that's an S tier for me. Bottom S tier, but it's an S tier.
A tier for me. Top A tier, actually.
Yeah.
Tasmania. I remember the theme. I don't really remember the movie, the show that much.
It's top of C. It was alright. It wasn't one of my go-tos, though.
Tasmania, Tasmania.
Say, you remember, the theme song and all that shit, yeah. You know.
Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries. Never watched it.
Never heard of that one, so never seen.
Tiny Toon Adventures. That's motherfucking S tier for me. I grew up on that shit.
I love Tiny Toons. It's top of A tier. It may go up to S by the end of this year, but it's top of A tier for me right now. I love that fucking show.
Pup Named Scooby Doo. That's a C for me.
F.
I'm gonna put it in D. I didn't care for it, but I watched it. That's a fucking
F. Ain't no fucking Scooby. That's not a Scooby Doo cartoon that I like. Fuck that shit.
Back in my day. Animaniacs.
I'll
say B for me.
Yeah, it's bottom B. It's bottom B.
Yeah, I know the wife likes it. The wife was a big fan of that show. Me, I liked it. I watched it. I just wasn't nuts about it the way everyone else was. Freakazoid.
I always seen it was on WB and I know what it is, obviously, because you couldn't miss it. If you watch Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain, they'll be oh, Freakazoid's coming up next. I just I never seen it though, but I know what it is.
Yeah, Mark Hamill was the voice.
Never seen it.
Pinky and the Brain.
Oh, did you never see? What was your grade on it?
Oh, C tier.
Oh, C. Okay. Pinky and the Brain. I'm putting that below Animaniacs. But it's top C for me. Pinky and the Brain.
I'm gonna put it in B with Animaniacs. Earthworm Jim. I actually never watched it.
I played the shit out of the fucking video games. Not that I've never seen the show.
Yeah. The Tick. Never watched it.
I watched it. I'm gonna put it in D, but I think it was a lot of like adult jokes that, to your point with like Space Ghost that went over my head. But I'm pretty sure if I go back and watch it today, I'm pretty sure it'll be like pretty funny. So, but as of right now, D.
I don't know what this cartoon is. Reboot?
I don't know what this one is either. But I can tell you I've never seen it.
Yeah, I never saw it. Beast Machines, Transformers, never watched it.
Never watched it.
Beast War, never got into Transformers, unfortunately. So that wasn't really my...
Beast Wars was okay. Well, actually a little bit more than okay. I'll put it in bottom of B. I thought for what I seen with that, I thought it was pretty cool. So,
Two Stupid Dogs. That'll be D.
Never seen.
Cow and Chicken.
Oh, now we're getting into the Cartoon Network side of things. Cow and Chicken, out of the ones like Johnny Bravo and Powerpuff Girls and Ed and Eddie, I think Cow and Chicken is like one of the ones that I like the least, but I'll still give it like a mid C.
Yeah, same. I Am Weasel. That's like
never seen it.
That's like, I guess that's like a high D for me. Wasn't nuts about it. Droopy, Master Detective. Never watched it.
Never seen it.
Tom and Jerry Kid Show. Never watched it.
So I have watched the Tom and Jerry's Kids Show. The fucking theme song to this is fucking fantastic. Probably one of the best of the 90s. As a show, not as good as obviously as the original Tom and Jerry, but I can get into it though. So, but I'll put it middle of C. I'll put it behind Cow and Chicken.
Woody the Woodpecker.
I've never seen a nice version of Woody the Woodpecker. So.
I did, and I hated it. It gets an F.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Seen a couple of episodes, nothing to really write home about. I know there's a lot of people who like it. It's a D tier for me. Bottom of D tier.
It's in the S tier for me. I love that show.
Okay.
It was like watching a mini horror movie each week. And
yeah. I don't know. I think because didn't Courage start to come out like in the closer to the end of the 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I was starting to get out of the cartoons. I was starting to get out of cartoons, and I was obviously more into wrestling. I was watching like Mad TV and shit like that. So I was starting to grab it at that point. So yeah, but for what I did see, like I just it didn't really appeal to me, but like I didn't completely hate it.
Yeah, my dog reminds me of Courage. So I guess has a soft spot in my heart. All right, Dexter's Laboratory.
Dexter's Laboratory. That's an S tier. Bottom S.
Bottom A for me. Ed, and Eddie.
I think it's underrated. I'm gonna go. I won't say I love the show, but I really like it. I'm going middle B.
I'm going bottom A. Johnny Bravo.
Never got into it. I know a lot of people swear by a show. I never really got into it. I'm putting the D tier. I never really got into it.
I'll say C tier. C tier for me. Powerpuff Girls.
That's a fucking A.
That's like upper A. Love Powerpuff.
Yeah, that's like top A. It's top of my A's right now. Fucking great.
Love that show. What's another one? Angela Anaconda. Never watched that shit.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that was on Nickelodeon. That was like in their random ass shows. Duckman. Never watched.
Never heard.
It was on Comedy Central, I think. Ren and Stimpy.
Oh man, it was hit or miss for me. It's a B tier. I'm gonna put it below South Park.
I'm gonna say F because the creator's a pedophile, so fuck that show.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to look at it that way, then yes, it's an F.
Yeah. Rocko's Modern Life. That's fucking S tier for me.
That's possibly Rocco's is probably my favorite cartoon of all time.
I love that show. You turn the page and you wash your hands.
You turn the page, you Filbert. Yes.
You wash your hands. Then you turn the page and then you wash your hands.
The fucking one episode where it's like a musical when it's Rocco fought City Hall.
Rocket fight corporate America.
America, yeah. Like
they were big and he was small, but not too small. Rocco fought City Hall.
That's fucking classic. That's like one of my favorites of all time, man.
Or when like he's trying to think of something to say and he says, "I don't have the words." He doesn't have the words. Shut up! Shut up!
It's good shit. And a lot of these cartoons, I can just pull them up on YouTube and just fire them up and start watching them.
I mean, Paramount has the entire Nickelodeon catalog.
Yeah.
So.
I'm saying if you want to be a little cheap and do it the illegal way.
Oh yeah, the American way.
The American way, yeah.
Angry Beavers. I fucking love Angry Beavers. That's A for me.
The only thing I remember from Angry Beavers is the Barry White song.
Ooh,
oh baby. That's the only thing I remember from the show. But like I will watch the show from beginning to end, but there's not one episode I remember. And the only thing I remember is that Barry White song. So I guess I'm gonna put C, top of C. So like I didn't hate it obviously because I remember watching it. I just don't. There was nothing memorable about it for me.
I don't know. I had that kind of weird, awkward, cynical humor that I enjoyed, so I liked it. Real Monsters.
That's a fucking A.
That's I would say upper B for me.
Okay. We're about the same because I got bottom A, so we're pretty much the same almost. So,
all right, Rugrats.
S. It's a fucking S. One of the best cartoons ever.
Yes.
I got it. It's probably like mid S. That's one of the best cartoons ever. It's fucking amazing.
Rugrats All Grown Up. Fuck that show.
Oh yes, a F.
It's like, come on, you can't replace a classic. Cat Dog.
I did like Cat Dog. Again, it's like Angry Beavers, where I don't really remember shit, but I just remember watching it because it was on. But I do like it better than Angry Beavers, so I'll put it like in B, like lower B.
I'll put it in upper C. I watched it and I liked some episodes, but it was always one of those cartoons where like I'd watch it because I was waiting for another show to come on.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's like damn great way to explain it for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's like, hey, Rugrats is coming on, but Cat Dog is on, so I gotta wait for Cat Dog because I want to watch Rugrats or whatever. Or hey, Monday Night Raw is about to come on at 8, but Cat Dog is playing, so that's the only show that's playing until, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Arnold.
S. It's a fucking S.
Upper
now, not probably not top S for me, but like I probably got it. I got above Dexter and behind Looney Tunes, but that's an S for me.
Upper A for me. Wild Thornberries.
It's one of those shows when I just start to grow out of. But I always remember characters though, like dying, like doing all that shit and fucking like, hi, I'm Nigel Thornberry. Like, so I remember it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, again, it just didn't really like appeal to me. I got above Angry Beaver, so I got top C right now.
I would say mid C. You know,
okay.
Again, one of those cartoons like I mentioned about Cat Dog. It's like, you know, I'm waiting for another cartoon that I want to watch more, but Wild Thornberries is on, so I got to watch that to pass the time. Yeah, just like, you know, I'm Nigel Thornberry. I'm Marianne. Marianne, you know, look, I'm a sloth. It's like, okay.
Exactly.
It's like, fuck this guy. Rocket Power.
Bottom B.
I like
bottom
Rocket Power.
B. I did like Rocket Power. I thought it was I thought it was an in and out TV show because like skateboarding was becoming very popular back then, like extreme sports and stuff, like in the early 2000s. So
I was gonna say
I do remember watching it, and I did like what I saw. So
yeah, it exposed me to extreme sports like skateboarding and surfing and all that shit. So SpongeBob SquarePants.
I'm about to get fucking ransacked for this. I don't like SpongeBob.
I liked earlier SpongeBob. When
I don't like SpongeBob,
over the years
man.
it got bleh. So I would say early SpongeBob is like mid-A.
God, man. But I will say this, like I will want to watch SpongeBob over the Tick. I will want to watch SpongeBob over the Wild Thornberry. So out of respect, I got bottom B for me.
All right. Up next are a bunch of Disney cartoons that I've never watched, and you might be shocked. I never watched DuckTales.
Oh my god!
I remember the theme.
Oh, okay. Well,
life is like a hurricane here in.
That's bottom A. DuckTales is amazing.
Racing something airplane. It's a Duckburg. Darkwing Duck, never watched.
Top B. Love Darkwing Duck, man.
And also because we didn't have Disney Channel in the house until much later. So, sorry. Quack Pack, never watched it.
Never seen that.
Chip and Dale Rescue.
Chip and Dale.
Never watched it.
I like this one not as much as Darkwing Duck and DuckTales, but it's bottom B. It's still good bottom B.
Tailspin, never watched it.
Never really gotten a Tailspin, but I will still watch it over like fucking Cow and Chicken. So it's like a mid C for me.
I still have the the DuckTales theme in my head for a show I never watched.
There you go.
DuckTales, woo! Do you remember the words?
Nah, I don't remember the words, but I just know it was a catchy song. That's it.
Woo! Goof, never watched it. Goof Troop, I'm sorry.
I was like Goof Troop. Oh, my sister loved this show, man. She watched it more than I did, obviously. I can't remember an episode. It's kind of like it's going back to like the Angry Beavers and the whole cat dog thing. So it's a C for me, probably bottom C. I'm pretty sure if I go back and watch, I'm pretty sure I'll like it more. But no.
All right. The Little Mermaid series, never watched it.
Never watched the Little Mermaid series.
Aladdin, I watched like a few episodes, but I remember thinking,
no, anything that's based off a Disney movie, I've never seen the actual series too.
Right. Timon and Pumbaa, never watched it.
No, never watched it.
Sorry, guys. A lot of these Disney Channel shows I didn't watch in its prime.
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear Star Command, never watched it.
Never watched.
Hercules, I'm assuming that's it. Never watched it.
Never watched.
Doug. Oof.
S tier.
S tier.
That's a fucking S tier. That may be my second favorite cartoon of all time. I fucking love. Oh my god, I can cry right now. I love Doug, man. I love Doug so much, man.
I adored that cartoon. I love it. Dear Journal.
It was so simple, like great.
That's all. We need more cartoons like Doug. Just Doug. Just give us Doug. Pepper Ann.
Never seen.
Never cared for it. Gargoyles.
I know a lot of people love it. I never really got into it. I think it was because it was like too. It seemed like it was like too sophisticated,
right,
for me. It didn't make any sense by the way they were talking.
I've never seen one episode of Gargoyles.
Yeah, I'm gonna put mine in bottom of C.
Yeah, just like you, it's like it was a cartoon that like I think it was too mature and too dark. Yeah. For a lot of kids back in the day, and I think that's why a lot of people, gravitated towards it, kind of like the Batman the Animated Series. Like it was like it was like Disney Channel's like Batman the animated series.
Right.
And I don't know. I see a lot of people I know that love that show, that are like, "Oh my god, it's awesome!" and they're making a movie about it with Jordan Peele directing and writing and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I never got into it, never watched it. I'm sorry. So yeah, this goes in the never seen it category. Recess.
I always watched the opening because I always like the opening credits. I never actually watched the show, so I guess I'm putting never seen.
I thought, yeah, it was okay. I would say like middle C tier. It was an okay cartoon. Animal Crackers. Never heard of it.
Never heard of that shit.
Arthur. Now we're getting
Arthur.
We're getting to PBS shit.
You know what? I wasn't expecting Arthur to be on this thing, but I'm gonna give it a bottom A. I really enjoyed Arthur.
I watched
because I remember watching it. Then I'll watch the Magic School Bus. Then I'll watch it was a cartoon, but I'll watch Carmen Sandiego. Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? But Arthur was like on first before, yeah. Right. Bottom A. That's bottom A for me.
I watched it, but never really got into it because I think this is around the time when I was watching like Batman and Spider-Man and X-Men. Yeah. More cooler cartoons, I would say. But never really got into it. I'd say maybe bottom C or just C in general. Babar.
Never seen.
It's the elephant or whatever. So D. Bernstein Bears.
Never seen.
Remember reading the books, but never.
Yeah, I didn't know they had a cartoon. I know the books, obviously.
Franklin the Turtle. Never watched it.
Never watched it. I know what it is, obviously, but never watched it.
Rupert.
I know what it is. I don't remember any episodes, but I remember the show, like being around. But I don't think I ever fully seen one episode.
I remember the theme. That's literally it. I mean, I remember episodes. I remember actually watching it, but don't remember anything that made me go, "This is a good cartoon." I just remember the theme. Right. Casper. Never watched the show.
Never seen.
Winnie the Pooh.
I always see it on. It was either Disney Channel or something like that. I was like, this shit looks fucking stupid as shit. Never seen.
I don't know. I was never crazy about Winnie the Pooh, so
it looked like it was for kids who were soft as shit, that, you know what I mean? It seemed like it was for kids. They'll start crying, when a trouble water falls on them or something like that.
I like how you're just my review from Winnie the Pooh. This show's for pussies.
Pretty much. It's. I'm sorry. No, man. I'm not gonna be watching no fucking Winnie the Pooh, man. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. That was funny.
Yeah.
All right. Blue's Clues.
I got damn good memories of Blue's Clues, man. Maybe it's the nostalgia in me. It's not S tier, but
it's middle A for me.
I got A, yeah.
I grew up on that shit.
I got above. Let me fix this. I got above Arthur. There you go.
Okay. Steve was my dude. That was my dude. I did not watch after he left. I remember when he made that random video when he was telling people, "Hey, I'm proud of you." And I just remember
a couple years ago.
I remember my reaction to it. I remember thinking okay, that was cool. And then it started to hit me. I'm like, Steve's proud of me. You know what, Steve?
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of almost teared up because it's this is the guy that, that you watch when you're fucking 7 years old, and
Yeah, it literally hit me because we were driving and Betty was showing me the video. I went, "Oh, it's pretty cool." And then after a while, I went, "Steve's proud of me." I got a little choked up too. I can't lie, So, hey, Steve from Blue's Clues, when he says he's proud of you, that's all you need. That's all the validation you need in the world. Fuck everybody else. Bobby's World.
I digged Bobby's World, man. I didn't love it, but I did dig it. It's top C. No, bottom B.
I would say top C. I watched it. I fucked with it. Mike, Lou, and Og.
Don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, I watched it. It was, I would say mid D. These are cartoons I've never fucking watched, so this is gonna be tough. Any of the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons?
Never seen any of these at all.
I just know Urkel voiced Sonic the Hedgehog. So
I only know of the original one, Sonic. I think it was just called Sonic the Hedgehog, but outside I don't know.
Yeah, there's the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and then Sonic the Hedgehog the complete series, and then Sonic Underground.
Yeah, no.
Never watched any of those. Sorry. Double Dragon. Heard about it, never watched it.
I played the shit out of the fucking video games. I never watched the series.
Apparently it was a King Kong series. Never watched it.
King Kong?
Not King Kong. I'm sorry, Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong? Yeah, never seen Donkey Kong.
The Super Mario Brothers show. Never watched it.
Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Yeah. Watched it. Hated it. But still watched it. It's a top D for me. I enjoyed for what... I won't say I hated it, but it should have been a lot better than what it was. So, right. We'll just put it like that.
Dark Stalkers. Never fucking heard of it.
Yeah. Well, it's based off the video game, so never heard of it. I never seen it, I should say. Heard of it, but never seen it.
The Mortal Kombat show. Or the series,
Bomb D.
Yeah, D. It was not good. It was shite, mate, as you would say. Street Fighter, the animated series.
Bottom C. I had a couple fun episodes I watched with it, but outside of that,
I don't think I ever watched it. So, this goes in the never... A lot of never-seens are going to be in this thing.
Oh, I have like 20 so far, so...
The Ninja Turtles.
TMNT. As a cartoon, it's still up there for me. I don't think I have it as an S, but it's an A for me. It's like near top A. Actually, looking at my list, I think I'll put it top A.
Seen it. Never really got into Ninja Turtles as much as everybody else did. So I would say maybe C. I'm gonna put in C. Bucky O'Hare. Never heard of it.
Oh, I don't want to say I love Bucky. I love the fucking theme. So Captain Bucky O'Hare. But as far as episodes, I don't remember. Love the fucking theme song though. But I'll put bottom C.
All right. So here comes a lot of other, I think Fox shows that I've never seen. Street Sharks.
Never seen. Heard of it. Seen like the toys and shit. Like obviously it was like big, but I never seen it.
Never saw it, but I remember I had a Street Shark toy.
Yeah, like it seemed like everyone had like a Street Shark toy or something, but yeah.
So everybody in the 90s was on some kind of drugs making these shows. That's where they're so successful. Extreme Dinosaurs. Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Never seen it.
Biker Mice from Mars. Heard of it. Never watched it.
They had a whole bunch of fucking toys too, just like Street Sharks, but I never seen the actual cartoon.
Mighty Ducks, the complete series. Never watched it.
Never seen it.
Mummies Alive. Never seen it.
Never seen it.
Road Rovers. Never seen it.
Never seen it.
SWAT Cats. Never watched it.
Never seen it. Never heard of it. Never watched it.
Savage Elite's like, you fucks. All Dogs Go to Heaven. The series.
Never all dogs go to hell for me because I never seen it.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Just saying.
You could have just said you didn't watch it. Oh God. Back to the Future. Never seen it.
Never seen the animated series.
Right. Beethoven. Never watched it.
Never seen it.
It has dogs in it, so Justin's like, fuck these dogs. Never watched it.
Pretty much.
My Beetlejuice. Watched it.
Yeah, Beetlejuice. That is an A for me.
I would say lower B for me.
I really love Beetlejuice, man. It was. I'll put it to you this way. I watched. I'll put it to you this way. I seen the Beetlejuice cartoon before I seen the Beetlejuice movie when I was young, and granted, I was like 2-3 years old at the time. So, but my first exposure to Beetlejuice was the cartoon. So, and I love the theme song too. So, oh yeah, good shit.
Just don't say his name 3 times, please.
Oh yeah,
we don't need that guy here. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. Never seen it.
Never seen the cartoon.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Saw it.
Never seen the cartoon.
Lower D.
Never seen the cartoon.
The Mask. I remember it vaguely, so I would say D.
All I remember is before I used to go to school, they used to have the mask on, and something used to come on. I think it was like it was like the Magic School Bus or something that was supposed to come on. That was gonna be coming on, and like every time when I wake up, it was always the any credits of the mask. He's like Lucy, I'm home. That's the only thing that I remember from the cartoon. I may see maybe an episode 2, but it's a D for me, bottom D.
All right.
But I do have like some memories of it though, at least. So
The Wizard of Oz. Never watched it.
Well, except the movie, but yeah, not the cartoon.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a cartoon.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
Free Willy. Never seen the cartoon.
Yeah. You, Free Willy, Michael Jackson can go to hell with that. Never seen it. Every time I think about Free Willy, I think about Michael Jackson. You know what I mean?
He didn't do anything. Come on.
But no, not literally like Free Willy, but like he had the song in the Free Willy movie. Yeah.
I don't even.
He was singing his life. He was singing for his life, you know.
Oh man, it's almost midnight. We gotta get through this shit. RoboCop. Never watched it.
Never watched it.
Roughnecks. Never fucking heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Addams Family. Watched it. Wasn't that nuts about it. The cartoon.
I'm gonna go top C. There wasn't anything I really remember, but you know, I do remember watching it.
D for me. Ghostbusters.
The real Ghostbusters? Bottom B. I thought that was a fairly fun TV show. I got above SpongeBob.
I would say
in B.
I would say top C. Extreme Ghostbusters. Never watched it.
Never watched Extreme Ghostbusters.
Godzilla the series.
Never watched it. The fucking movie ruined it for me. So.
Well, it's actually a continuation of the movie.
Yeah, I know. Well, still, the movie fucking ruined it for me.
Men in Black. That's B.
I didn't know they even had a TV show or a cartoon.
It was actually good. Like that theme slaps.
Oh, I didn't know.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, so Men in Black came out in 97. This has to be like 98 or 99. Yeah, I was done with cartoons by that time. I was getting into like I was watching fucking Pokemon and fucking getting into DBZ. So.
I don't know. It was a good show in my opinion. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Never watched it.
Heard of it. Believe there was a video game of it, but never seen the cartoon.
Big Guy, Rusty the Boy. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Dude, skip that shit. What the fuck is that?
I can't read what the fuck this is. Dinosaurs?
I see it. It has like a flying car or some shit.
Is that Carmen Sandiego?
Wait, what?
Oh, the Big Guy, Rusty. I never fucking watched it. And then the dinosaurs thing, never watched it.
Yeah. Is that Carmen Sandiego? So, I'm gonna cheat.
Huh.
I know it's not a cartoon, but Carmen Sandiego, the actual game show, is a fucking S tier. So I'm gonna represent this as the fucking TV, like the fucking game show, even though it's the fucking cartoon. I'd never heard of the cartoon. Well, I heard of it, but I never seen it. But I'm putting it as S tier, but it's for the fucking game show.
I've never seen the cartoon. I've only I've obviously heard the name, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? So that's pretty much my whole
the
knowledge
fucking
of that.
game show's fucking phenomenal.
Daria.
Okay.
That's a B for me.
I like Daria. Theme song fucking slaps.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's middle B. I think it's a middle B. Yeah.
This is my stop. Got to get off. Yeah. Detention. I've heard of it. I think I remember the theme. I just don't remember it that well. So, F.
What?
Yeah, F.
Wait. You say you never seen it though.
No. I remember it.
Oh. Okay.
I remember it. I remember the theme. I just don't remember the show that well.
I mean, I remember the theme, but I never seen it. I'm putting in never seen.
I was gonna put F. Dilbert. Never got into Dilbert.
Dude. Like I've heard this is just like the most famous, like one of the most famous comic strips of all time. Never read one, never fucking seen shit. I should give it an F for being so fucking mid. But I'll put never seen.
And also the creator of Dilbert's a racist. And he hates black people. So fuck that guy.
Well, I'm putting never seen because I've never seen it, so.
Dog City, never heard of it.
Never seen.
Exo Squad, never heard of it.
Never seen. What the fuck is this? Never seen.
Okay.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't want to know. Looks like Canadian humor.
Canadians catching strays.
I don't know. Canadians have like weird fucking cartoons. Elix the Cat, never watched it.
Never seen Felix. Never seen Felix the Cat.
Felix the Cat. Garfield.
Well, I'll put it this way: not the '90s version. Like maybe like the one from like the '50s and '60s. Sure, but yeah.
Garfield and Friends. That gets an A from me. I don't care.
Yeah. It's a fucking yeah. You're right. I got it. I got mid A.
G.I. Joe Extreme. Never got into G.I. Joe.
Never seen G.I. Joe Extreme. Now, regular G.I. Joe, the animated series, that's like an A for me. But this version, never seen or heard.
The Adventures of He-Man. No. That's a never seen.
The Adventures of He-Man, not regular He-Man, never seen.
No. Inspector Gadget.
That's an A.
That's that theme song alone. Dun, 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 dun.
That's an A.
Dun, 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 dun,
That's a
dun, dun,
fucking
dun.
A.
Johnny Quest, don't remember it that well, so I would say
this version of Johnny Quest, I'm like the 60s version, 70s version, yes, seen, loved it. Don't know what the fuck this is, so never seen.
Jumanji, the series, never watched it.
Never seen.
Mighty Max, never watched it.
Heard of it. They had toys. They had a lot. They were very popular, but never seen it.
I'm sorry. The Mutant League, never watched it.
Never seen. I remember Mutant League football on like the Genesis and shit, but
right.
Yeah.
NASCAR, never heard of it.
Dude, that's a fucking waste of time.
The Pink Panther, remember the theme, but I just don't remember the show.
I remember the show, but not if there was a 90s version. I don't remember the 90s version of it. Like the 60s, 70s version, yes. So I'm gonna put never seen.
Sabrina, the animated series, never watched it.
Never seen.
Watched the live action show.
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes, never watched it.
Never seen.
Skeleton Warriors, never heard of it.
Never seen. Heard of it, but never seen it.
We got a few more. We're almost done. Sam and Max Freelance Police, never watched it.
Never seen. Heard of it. I obviously heard of them, but never seen.
The Lionhearts, never watched it.
The Chris Jericho's.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, never seen.
Oh, oh, oh. Magic School Bus.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's a bottom S for me, baby.
That's an A for me.
That's a fucking bottom S. Miss
I learned-
Frizzle.
I love
You
science.
know that Magic School Bus was a fucking hit when they used to put that shit. I don't know if you remember. They used to put that fucking shit in the school curriculum. Like Miss Frizzle has this amount of, like, I don't know if you remember that or not, but
I remember that.
yeah.
I also remember Arnold always being a little bitch about everything.
No, he was a fucking pussy. I sometimes I wish he just got left behind in like someone's fucking body or some shit.
Exactly.
Just die.
It's like, but Miss Frizzle, I don't know. You know what, Arnold? I'm leaving you in this.
My glasses.
I'm leaving you in this woman's vagina, and she's on her period. So good luck. Fucking pussy. Let's see. Dark Water. I don't know what the fuck this is. So never seen it.
Yeah, I never seen that. Yeah.
Terrible Wonderland. Never heard about it.
Yeah.
What's all these Canadian cartoons? Maurice, you're from Canada. Are any of these Canadian cartoons? Confirm if yes. Toonsylvania, never heard of it.
Heard of it, seen it, enjoyed it. Bottom B.
Okay. Zyber 9, never heard of it.
Heard of it, never seen it.
Zorro, never watched it.
Never watched it.
Mission Hill, I watched it maybe once or twice, never got into it.
I've never seen it.
It's I think it was like an MTV cartoon. And The Head, never watched it.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, that is everything. We have a lot of not watched, so I'm gonna save and download this.
Well, I'm just gonna post my A through F, or S. Sorry, S through F.
All right, so I'm gonna download mine.
And boop.
All right, let me go to the chat room. All right.
There's mine.
And there is mine.
That's a fucking tier list right there.
So there you go, people. That was the tier list.
Well, pretty fun.
A lot of fun. It's always fun. And we're done. We're done for the night. So let's see what days we can do the March Q&A. So what about March the 30th? Does that sound good?
The 30th.
Or
There's
the
nothing
23rd?
Going on. Hold on. I'm trying to think about local shows. A lot of local shows are having their shows at the beginning of the month. Yeah, I think the 30th will be fine. Yeah.
All right, you heard it here first, peeps. The next Q&A show will be March the 30th, and yeah, that'll be a week before Mania. So, I would say maybe since it's coming up on Mania, maybe try to put in more questions that are WrestleMania based, or just wrestling based in general. But since it's Mania season, just Mania based if you can. So after this, you guys can start putting in your questions, or you can just after we're done recording, just start putting your questions. So, anyways, guys, we're done, and you got a show's worth of content. So there you go, peeps, and we will see you Wednesday, at our regularly scheduled time, same channel. And as always, Patreon is only $5 a month, and I've just put out some new content with Jeff Littman, Garden of Droom. I just did a show with Ruben for Culture Attack, and earlier I did a show with RJ for our Savage Nerd show. And again, $5 a month. It's a pretty damn good deal. And the show, as always, is every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Central Time on the Wrestling Soup Discord. And you can find me anywhere. You can find the show anywhere on Google Podcasts isn't a thing anymore, but iTunes, Spotify, and just everywhere else that podcasts are put out. So, Justin, tell them about Spinebuster Tees.
Yeah, of course, spinebustertees.com have the winter sale going on. So winter 10 at checkout, where you get a 10% off. Also, on top of that as well, if you spend over $40, you do get free shipping as well. Plenty of designs on the website, like the mommy T-shirt inspired by Rhea Ripley, the I Am Pro Wrestling T-shirt, the I Am a Mark, the Star Reigns T-shirt, the Vanilla Midget T-shirt. We have in the next few months we do have Memorial Day coming up, so you can always get the USA America T-shirt. So that's all available on Spinebuster Tee, spinebustertees.com. Come visit us at the Wonderland of the Americas inside the little shops at the Wonderland of Americas open, and you can come find yourself to get, anything there in the shop for wrestling fans, ranging from action figures to pop figures to T-shirts to socks to hats to autograph 8x10s to lucha mask and magazines and just a whole array of stuff for pro wrestling fans experience. So and also follow me on Instagram where I do post, and I have a whatnot as well. So if you do live outside of the San Antonio area and you can't make it, you can always go to the whatnot and be able to purchase directly. I could get it shipped out to you directly for any item that I have up on my whatnot. So yeah, check it out. Spinebustertees, spinebustertees.com.
Sounds good. All right, peeps, we're done. We will see you Wednesday here in the chat room. And again, start putting your questions for next month. So anyways, take care, guys. Peace out. Be safe. And talk to you soon. Laters.
Peace. The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari. It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari. It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari.